Back to Jake GTV. Have you heard about those innocent sand people?
I have. It's almost like we fund it with our tax dollars. Good thing they own the banks.
Right, Mr. Juberg?
Get your cameras off of me. I should sue you. Okay, fine. We rigged the system. Leave me alone.
I mean, it's just a totally normal thing that the Federal Reserve is owned by a private banking cartel. No big deal, right?
Right. We go to Shapiro-Stein to learn more.
Thanks, Jenny. But if you're going to give anybody the middle finger, it would be these people. Look how sandy they are. They deserve nothing, and if you question this, it's antiseptic. Look at them, starving terrorists. They'll never know what it's like to be chosen. We're definitely not the synagogue of Satan. Wow, we're supposed to believe they're the good guys.
They are. Hold on, breaking news. A hurricane, flood, and fire just broke out, taking the lives of thousands. We go live to John with the weather.
Just utter destruction.
We're tracking hurricane noticing, an artificial hurricane using satellite laser technology, heading straight for the areas where people refuse to sell their land.
We're standing on what's left of the second story here. BlackRock's been calling me all day trying to buy my property. You should have gotten climate insurance.
BlackRock.
We're at Lockheed's energy testing range. Watch what happens next. 3, 2, firing. It's all in the blue. We go live to John at Raytheon.
We're here at Raytheon's atmospheric ionization lab in Arizona. What do you say we turn up the hurricane in California? You feeling that, Sarah?
Thanks, John. The direct energy weapons have caused unrelentless damage. I've lost feeling in both legs, and I'm pretty sure the Jews are trying to kill me. Help!
Madam Secretary, when are you going to fund search and rescue?
Well, that depends. Do they support Netanyahu? Next question. Better not be antiseptic.
Look, they gave me $1.2 million this year, all right? Every Congress member's on payroll, and don't tell anyone, but we fund Hamas, too. Wait, what was that last part?
So these people have banks, media, the war machine, big pharma. What else?
They've been banned from 109 countries for a reason, Jenny. Dennis, take it away. These people are rapidly losing control of the narrative.
Shut it down. Back to the Goislop.
Here they go again with their victim party.
Seriously, it's like Crimea River.
All the way to the sea, if you know what I mean. Anyway, Dennis wanted to share his latest finding. Take it away.
Epstein is still alive. Anyway, if you're still not following Jake GTV, you're far from based and just overall retarded.
I just love it. It's so well done. It's all AI post anything, you know. That's all AI created. But yeah. So it's up to Jake GTV. He brings one out about once a week, or he's only just started doing it the last few months. It's God, he's a genius with the AI. It's like wow. Like 4 weeks ago, he only started bringing out these videos. He's done music videos and stuff, but yeah, I have to check into his other content, but it's nothing like this. Okay, what's one I think I've seen them all, but it's a funny one.
Welcome back to Jake GTV News. Are you idiots still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Let's just ask the FBI. Clearly, they'll tell us the truth. Take it away, John.
Now that you've allowed 9/11 and JFK, why allow Epstein?
Oh, yeah, that perv, one word, is real. Is that you got to talk to Shapiro-Stein.
We've investigated ourselves and found nothing.
Thanks, Shapiro-Stein. My producers tell me to remind the viewers that this was not a blackmail ring. They want to remind you why. Take a look at this.
The CIA was made in 1947, Israel in 1948, and Mossad the next year. We don't work together. Trust us. We're the good guys.
Trust your government.
Let's just trust them. It's not like Ghislaine Maxwell's dad was an Israeli super spy or anything.
That's antiseptic, Jenny. We go live from Epstein's favorite birthing facility.
We're here live at Zorro Ranch in New Mexico, where a known eugenics program is reportedly underway.
We breed for Ashkenazi genetics. Basically, this is a place to breed our humans.
Honestly, I'm surprised the FBI never raided us, probably because of who uses this place and what we provide.
Shut it down. We have to shut it down.
Well, it seemed like he was hiding something.
Anyways, in other news, nobody knows where the money actually came from. Bradley, break it down for us.
That's right, John. From college dropout to international power broker, thanks to Wexner and some suspiciously well-placed friends in Israeli intelligence.
Jenny, shut it down. We're not cleared for this segment. Well, somebody's a little butthurt.
Seriously, talk about professional victims. Am I right?
You know what happened to my grandparents. Now, Dennis, remind them who the chosen people are. Well, it's definitely not you guys. In other news, are you following Jake GTV yet, or are you still a retarded little loser?
That's great. Wasn't that the one I just played?
Welcome back to Jake GTV News.
They really think we're going to drop this Epstein thing? Yeah.
If you're not antiseptic, you're not noticing correctly. John, take it away.
You were listed in the flight records 14 times. Anything you want to say?
Yeah, I was just there for the massages.
We're sorry we lost the tapes. The flown-in triplets just gave massages, and they were consensual.
There's nothing wrong with a little physical therapy. Patsy sangue without you sangue. Whoa.
People like to say we did Epstein, and the truth is, we actually did.
Well, there you have it, folks. Noticing is antiseptic. John?
Yeah, I was just there for the massages, too. I swear. In fact, that's antiseptic.
Look, just to be perfectly clear, we were just friends with Mr. Epstein. That's it. Nobody used anyone.
You were on the plane 17 times.
Yes, for massages.
Virginia told us everything, you sweaty creep. Why did you do it?
There's no way it was me. My sweat glands didn't work that year.
Apparently, he had this rare condition, too much adrenaline from being a war vet. But he's also a creep, am I right? Yeah.
Dude was sweating on her in a nightclub.
This is what I call the Steinberg solution. Fire up the wood chipper. The Clintons, the Burrocks of the world, all that.
I think a wood chipper works.
I prefer the guillotine.
That's based. Breaking this morning, the missing Epstein client list has officially been recovered on Hunter Biden's laptop.
We go live to the FBI headquarters.
We've got it all under control.
That was the backup drive!
Well, I guess we'll never know if it was an Israeli pedophile ring. It was. Anyway, Dennis is standing by at FBI headquarters. Let's go live.
Yeah, these so-called Semites know exactly what they're doing to society. Even the normies are starting to ask questions. The dude was blackmailing half the politicians in D.C., and our boy Don E., he's too busy draining bees balls to drain the swamp. You noticed yet?
Yeah, I saw Jake GTV's video on the pizza cost. There's no way it's $6 million.
Wow, even the normies are getting antiseptic. Love it. And turns out, if you're not following Jake GTV yet, you're officially retarded.
Great stuff. Yeah, I hope he keeps pumping about it. It's, you know, the best AI vids I've seen anyway. Because it's on topic of what's happening, and it's real fucking news. Yeah, love it. Where's Glenn? He wanted a link and all that stuff, and I only streamed because Glenn asked, begging for a link, and I'm sitting here like a fucking turkey. What the fuck? Where are you? And where's the other guy? Sovereign citizen. People think I was finishing. It was all over Jehovah. What? Okay, let's play some more antiseptic stuff. Yes. Yeah, Odyssey. Go to Odyssey. Yeah. You can see some stuff there that you can't sort of. But the stuff he showed at the start is normally you can find on YouTube somewhere. I don't think this will get me. I haven't got a copyright of this channel so far. Touch wood. I am touching wood. Yeah. Rock the road.
Smile so wide, you think they care, but their eyes scream lies. It's all a snare. They bow to the shadows, not to the crowd. Masters in the dark, laughing out loud. Big beautiful needles, they call it the cure. Selling salvation, but that never cured. Snake oil peddlers, they dance and they spin. free while we pay for their sin. Promises shining like a fool's gold ring. They sing the same tune, it don't mean a thing.
He's gotta save America.
Chained to the money, tied to the greed. They're sowing the fear, planting the seed. They feed us the fields. Jeff and Apples walk the street, talking about the sky so deep. Weather weapons causing storms, globalists with secret forms. Jeff and Apples, what a pair.
It's a great intro.
Apocalypse is on its way, but they still find time to play. But they still find time to play. But they still find time to play.
Hey, doing day, Apples? Look pretty good.
Apples.
Got Welcome's with us again today. I don't know if and let me smell this car, see what's going on as he was here, but
Bruno does that.
I'll try to stick with you. If not, you got Welcome's. What are you going to talk about? Jews, lethal injections, genocide, complete enslavement of humanity. Yeah, you got it, Apples.
That's what just going to talk about.
Back at it again. Max Egan's feeling better. He's actually been doing like a massive detox.
Oh, yeah.
He's basically done a fast for over a week now.
Yeah, Max even got this flu that I got. Yeah, he's in Queensland at the moment, isn't he? Oh, no, he's back in the secret garden.
He hasn't been on the internet, which he says he's so happy about. He's actually considering never going on again. And we'll see what happens, though. Probably will.
That's not on the internet.
He doesn't want to.
Oh, he's addicted.
And it's my daughter's birthday, 19th birthday party. Man, they grow up fast. And out here with Welcome's. I don't know where Apples is already.
Apples is already.
I better get out here. There's lots to talk about.
Walking out.
When we left.
Anyway, what's Jeff going to show us? Yeah.
Last left off, I was talking about how Speaker of the House of Congress shut down the government so he didn't have to talk about the Epstein stuff. Said he was going back to his home district, and then he did. I actually mentioned that a lot of the con men and con women in Congress, that is all their home district, but I had no idea. Actually, most of Congress, like most of them, I think, are all in Israel right now. Netanyahu hosts 20 AIPAC-sponsored House Republicans in Israel.
Right.
A delegation of roughly 20 AIPAC-sponsored Democrats is also heading to Israel during the congressional recess. Yeah, they're on recess. Yeah, they just went over to get their checks, I guess. Here's all their donated amounts. I think these are the Republicrats. Emmer, 600,000. Stutzman, 44,000. Some of these people are cheap. Harris, 26,000. You don't have to even give them that much. But they'll do whatever you want for a few thousand shekels. And here's the Democratic members of the U.S. Congress in Israel. Wesley Bell, oh, he got a big payoff, $12 million. Pete Aguilar, nearly $1 million. And some of them like $40,000. They're like cheap whores. Of course, no one comes close to Donald Trump, who's got something like $20 million or $200 million. It's just crazy amounts. And of course, does no one find this a little odd? That they're all going to visit this little tiny country that's rapidly expanding, I should say, thanks to them.
Yes.
In the Middle East. It'd be like all of them going to Mexico, but not to Cabo or Cancun on vacation, but to go meet with the Jewish president of Mexico. Yeah. Are you guys starting to see what's happening yet?
Yeah, I can. It's pretty obvious who rules the world. Oh, God. I've got to get up early. Fucking bloody 7:30. About 20 past 7 I'll get up. Go have a shower. I don't have much shopping to do because the freezer's still full. Shit I have to cook. Got plenty of chicken. And got some sort of roast there. I've forgotten if it's beef or lamb. And some Saturday chicken pack or something. And I wanted to get Chinese. There's a Chinese takeaway restaurant in main town, and they make great Chinese food. And doesn't open until 12 o'clock, and I'm getting picked up at 9:40. And I only have 3 hours to do everything, and that's travelling time too. So, yeah, I'll be travelling back by 11:30. So I won't even be able to get me once a fortnight Chinese. Because of the different schedule, she's got 2 jobs that tomorrow. I don't know why. I'll not make it another day then. Thursday would be fine, but anyway, I'm just lucky I can get to town and back. And I'll probably go visit my old landlady, Dutch landlady, Aletta, and visit my horse's grave. And yeah, I had me mate Val ring today, and I was thinking we should have like our own funeral for Sean. And, just try and get together all the people who knew him here. And yeah, it's an idea. Yeah, where's Glenn? Fucking ring the cunt. He's coming up Friday night. He's a bit worried about coming here because Ryan might be coming on the weekend, and I go, what are you talking about? He go, oh, it might be a bit uncomfortable. I go, mate, it's my fucking house. You know, I'm renting this place. It's not his house. It's Tioni's house. Doesn't matter, you know, you'll get on well with him. Just talk about building stuff, you know. You'll be right. Anyway. Oh yeah, Glenn's mate down here, Gary, it was his birthday today. I wished him a happy birthday. Hey, I'm streaming. Thought you wanted a link.
No, you're on
Yeah.
I'm in bed, mate. I'm going to be asleep.
Oh, you lazy cunt. No. Yeah, so it's Gary's birthday today. You know, the guy your mates with down here.
Oh, Gary, yeah?
Yeah, it was his birthday. I should have gone to the pub. It was freezing though.
Alright.
You know, by about 3 o'clock or something, it got cold because of the chemtrails.
Yeah.
But if you want to pop on for 10 minutes, 20, I don't know.
Yeah, I'll come on.
Yeah. No one else is here except Post Anything and Jono.
Yeah.
And someone else who's not on this chat, but yeah, okay, cool. I was showing some funny vids anyway, so yeah. Well, good. We'll see you soon. Oh well. Yeah, where's Ozzy? Ozzy, I wanted to talk to him about that time him and Sean had a bit of a well, he got a bit upset by Sean making fun of him at Disneyland. I forgot something about when he was a kid. He was at Disneyland America, Aussie, and something about being on some ride where you know spin around, and Sean said something about, I can just imagine you, Aussie, you know, you're on this little teacup ride and you go, wee. Anyway. Cameron got a lot more upset with Sean than anyone else, I think. Well, actually, Vale, he lost it more than Sean ever did once. It's quite funny. But there's Sean and Vale and Gordon on. They get quite heated. And Cammy. Yeah, when Cammy Sean were on the offer, it got brutal. Oh, fuck, I missed that. God, the times are changing, they're going fast, and I'm thinking, fuck, how much longer do I have? I mean, Sean's 15 years younger than me. The guy's funeral I went to the week before was 52. Yeah. And the last friend I lost was about 15 years younger too. Cancer. Yeah. And then there's me animals, Annie, and me brother-in-law, and they're dropping like flies. And I get results back from my CT scan this week sometime. I imagine it's not going to be good. Yes. No. Might need a bionic lung. What's that? That doesn't look like a proper link. That doesn't look like a YouTube link. I don't think that's a proper link. No, it's not. Anyway. That's the link. I don't know what that other one is. It's probably, yeah, I don't know. Some YouTube vid. Yeah, so a big light show tonight out there, and tomorrow night, and we've had beautiful clear skies, you know, the last few days and nights, and yeah, tonight we're meant to see this big meteor shower, falling stars, angels falling from heaven, whatever they are. They decided to chemtrail the fuck out of us. And yeah, fuck did they. And yeah, the whole sky's covered. You can't see stars or even the moon. The moon's, you know, almost full. Waning. Yeah, sucks. I'll show you what the skies look like here. Still got the swooshing, buzzing in my fucking head. This never ends. Hey, is that you, Glenn? Hang on. Where is it? Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. Fucking, there. That's someone's taken this photo in Lock Sport, right, Glenn? And they're going, look how beautiful this is. You know, like, oh, it's so beautiful. Look at that rainbow, that halo. That's all the barium and oily. Well, it's all the particulates, the metals, you know. so obvious, you know. Look at that swirl there, you know.
I watch them do it all day, man. I see the whole sky, man.
And
I
look
see
at
the whole
that.
sky before sunrise. Yeah, I see it all, man. I see them doing it all, mate. I see all the nano clouds, mate, going around.
Yeah. That I think that's beautiful.
Mm.
I mean, beautiful ring around the sun just now in Rocksport. Oh, so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Look, 25 days until spring. And they start sweeping people they don't like. Yeah. They don't sweep me.
Well, magpies.
Nah, never sweep me. Anyway, I showed all the other stuff on my channel last night. Yeah, this was nice. Plumber took job at cancer sick 91-year-old's home and his invoice went viral. Call out to boiler, high pressure and 2 leaks, nothing, $0. Lady is 91 years of age, acute leukemia, end of life care. No charge for this lady under any circumstances. We will be available 24 hours to help her and keep her as comfortable as possible. So, subtitle was 0.
Yeah,
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, good people, man. Good people. Yeah.
Fucking oath. No, that was just a feel-good story, I thought.
Yeah.
And I already played that on my last stream. I think, did I? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Oh.
I like it. No one's liked it. Oh, no, that's been live stream I just did. Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah. My video is muted in certain countries where Meta does not have music rights. Oh, what? What's that mean? What, this one? That's crazy. What? It's been banned from Ascension Island, Andorra. This is what Shaw was talking about a few years ago. Netherlands, Antilles, Antarctica. Oh, it's banned in Antarctica. What? Island Islands and 46 small countries. Oh, what? Why? Post muted. But there wasn't any music in this video. Oh, this one, right. Yeah. No, that's fine. Mute the music. I don't care. Okay. Hang on, it's not muted. What? Fuckers. It's Facebook too. Like, anyway. I'll have to check out YouTube. I bet I gotta mute it. Cut out sound. Oh, here we go. Kangaroos fighting. We always love this. Come on. Who don't love me? Where's Glenn? I thought.
Every kangaroo would go through there. Little more. Big ones, little ones, middle ones.
Glenn, where are
you?
you?
Everywhere. They're fighting. The big fella here. She's going, oh, mate, he wants to say that. Oh, g'day, son. There you go, mate.
Okay, that's it. Very good. Oh, he's Glenn. Hey, Glenn.
Hey, I didn't know I was out.
What's
I must
that?
kick myself. I must kick myself. Sorry.
Oh, Easy to do on the phone.
Mm.
So there was that.
Yeah, I was with you.
Yeah. Crazy chemtrails.
Mm.
Did a
Yeah, no,
video.
we had blue skies this morning. I don't know. Oh, well, reasonably. But yeah, then it just turned grey. Oh, yeah, it was. The crap was rolling in. But yeah, we've had good weather last couple of days. But
Oh, yesterday was beautiful, like the sky. What the fuck? My phone's going mental. So.
yeah.
I need a new cord. I bought a new cord and it doesn't fucking work. I mean, how great's that?
No.
What the hell? God, that's mental. I just want to transfer some files over to my computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bought a cord for about $80 and doesn't transfer video over to the computer with a USB. Crazy.
Yeah.
Someone should hack into free-to-air TV and play the AI vids. Oh, right. Yeah, I get what you mean. The GTV ones.
Oh, he was good.
Yeah, hack into the main TV stations and put his stories up on the news time. Yeah. Oh, fuck, it's funny.
Hopefully, people start watching that and believing that it's actually real news. That'd be brilliant. You know?
Look,
Yeah.
here's a video with Ruction and Avi. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh, fucking.
What an idiot Ruction is hanging around with Avi. The
I actually had asked me the other day if I know who Avi Yemeni is. I said, yes, unfortunately, I do. It's, yeah. That's crazy.
Someone asked you.
Yeah.
Oh,
that,
they
was
think...
that was at the pub, man. Someone at the pub asked me. Yeah. Fuck.
Oh, I think it's real right-wing news. You know, you're going to get the real truth of news.
I said, he's a piece of shit, mate. Fucking couldn't even bother watching that, man. Fuck him.
Well, I can't say enough words about how much I hate him, but yeah, piece
He's
of
been
shit.
stealing off people since 2017, mate. That's all you need to fucking know.
Just look at him. You can tell he's on cocaine. He gets the best drugs because he can afford it, you know.
Yeah.
These cocaine off.
It's a joke.
Oh, shit. I got to... Yeah, you don't get enough haters, unfortunately. Well, if you do, I never see them on you.
Is a boy, and for over a century, prominent Jewish individuals and organizations have led efforts to dismantle border controls and push mass immigration into Western nations. The problem with this, I see this come up a lot, is Western nations have to act with some type of agency in terms of their own borders. Everyone just kind of puts all the blame on the Jews for this.
Listen,
they
prominent Jewish individuals, guess what? There are
no, there's a bad
leftist
Jews. People in the world,
and you know why they pushed for open borders? Many of them is because they were leftists. And guess what? Many of them are very much
got a downer tonight.
They're
He's
pushing
on
of open borders because
I think he's on heroin tonight. It's normally coke, but tonight his drug of choice seems to be some sort of real downer opiate. I don't know.
Now the Jewish community in said countries that they've fought for open immigration because they were leftists, it hasn't turned out too well.
No, well, what people say is, Avi, that obviously, all Jews can go back to their homeland. So after they've ruined everything else, that's what they're doing. they're all just going to go back to Israel. That's kind of the retort to that.
No, you mean like Western Europe somewhere, Ukraine, and that, Romania. But yeah, what a piece of shit. Anyway, just wanted to show it. See what drug he's on tonight. I never watch him anymore. I don't watch Sky News. I don't watch Rebel News. Oh, fuck that shit. It's totally owned by, So you're working tomorrow, Glenn? Why?
Yeah.
What work? Just ring up. So I don't feel like working today. Can't be fucked. But I'm not sick or anything.
Fucking day.
Is that good enough, boss? If you can't accept that, go fuck yourself. I've got some gaming to do today. I've got to play Grand Theft Auto 20.
I don't mind, man. I don't mind. You got to do something, don't you? You can't
It keeps you busy. You don't have to think too much.
Smoke weed all day. You can't do it all day.
It just sucks in winter, though. I know what you're doing, like that. You're outside a lot. That'd be that cold. Yeah. Bet you can't wait for spring. Spring's 28 days away.
Yeah, I can't fucking wait. Yeah.
I thought it was like. I thought it was sooner. I mean, that doesn't make sense. 28 days away. Hang on. It's the 12th, and it's at the end of this month, isn't it?
Well, it should be the fucking 1st, man, shouldn't it? The 1st of fucking September. That's when spring starts. Yeah.
August, September. Yeah. So it's been like
couple of weeks.
Yeah,
but probably
2.5 weeks.
Probably by the end of September, the weather's actually starting to get better. It's not fantastic by the start of September. Yeah, you have to wait a couple more.
We have been getting some real spring type days. Yesterday was very spring. There was frost on the lawn and very frosty.
Yeah. Once the frost fucks off, then I'll be impressed. Then I'll believe spring's here. When you got frost, that's not spring. Fuck frost. I'm over frost.
Nah, frost is spring. No.
Well, I'm just over it. I don't want to see it anymore. My fucking fingers hurt, man. Fucking sting. Fucking the cold is bad.
Oh, look, Americans would call you a wimp. They'd say it doesn't get cold. It doesn't get cold in Australia ever. You don't know what cold is. That's why we really get frost.
Yeah, that's right.
You can feel it coming off the mountains and off the ocean. We get it from both sides here.
Well, I could smash a finger with a hammer, right, and it doesn't hurt as much as the cold, right, on my fingers, man. That hurts more, the frostbite, man. That fucking hurts, man.
You can buy these thin gloves, and they really do keep your hands warm. I've got some here.
I have to keep. Yeah, I struggle, man.
Because they're thin, you can pick things up easy with them. They're sort of like they're there somewhere, I think. Anyway,
yeah,
it did help a lot when
when I had Holden cars, man, I didn't have a problem, when it was cold. I was never cold, man. They worked, That was
when you worked for Holden?
No, when I had Holden cars, right? Like, I never had that frostbite problem, Once the heater was on, your hands were warm. It was all good, But, Yeah, I don't know. Modern cars, man. I don't know. I don't know. It's not the cars. I don't know what it is, but yeah.
It's like my Ford Forte. God, the heater would just heat up so easy. Like within, a few minutes you could feel the warmth. And same with the air conditioner. You didn't have to wait very long. It was like within like a couple of minutes, it's there. Anyway, Glenn kicked himself off again. So it is what it is. I should turn Facebook off. It uses a bit of oh, you fucker. Gotta try and get a proper cord for my phone tomorrow. Yes. Yeah. Okay. I'm unplugging you, you fuck. Stop that. Yeah. It's amazing it still charges, but anyway. So had a beer again. 2 more left, I think. Well, Glenn, it's probably time you went to bed anyway. I guess that's it. No one else here to join, and oh no, I can't stand watching that Avi fucker. God, I can't. Anyway, where's Gordon? He's upset or something, isn't he? I don't know. Never know. Who's LC got on? MCF. Don't know. I've heard the name. Oh no. YouTube's fucked. It's just getting harder and harder to find what you like, Oh God, what's this Jackie do? She's never got anyone there. Never there. Does streams with oh God. That's insane. Oh, look at this poor baby seal. This is terrible. Oh no! Crying. Oh, it's been off now. Was it? I thought it was a seal. Now it's an otter. You help us, we're begging you. Go, I'll save you or whatever it is. Oh, so it's an otter. That evil creature. It's got no one on it. They just got rid of it. What the fuck? Oh, this is great. Oh, stop it. Oh, God. Oh. That's the cutest thing I've seen ever. Wildlife rescue centers. I can imagine what that chap is. So it was a seal that otters got and saved something. No, otters don't hang out at the sea much, but I had to say this seal Anyway. Who's that? Right, thanks, Glenn, for making me cut my other stream short and come on and fall asleep. Yeah. Well. Anyway, then, okay.
What's going on YouTube? I am back. We're here to talk about fatiguers getting put in their place. We all love to see that. These individuals who can't behave themselves in public, getting shut down in public is a great thing. We got a few examples of that. A couple of them getting tasered, and even one from Australia where one guy resorts to barking like a dog to scare him off. And it actually works. But as I always say first up, if you want to help me out, hit the like button. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button as well. Help me get to 300k, because I'm struggling here. But not as much as Disney. They went woke as fuck. No one on God's earth wanted her to play Rapunzel or anything else, but destroying the high trust society is something that the fatiguing community does all too well. As you can see here, faked a proposal purely to take advantage of a restaurant's generosity because they're too bloody cheap to buy their own drinks. But let's start out with this one from Australia. This one's from Melbourne. It's been known as a place where African and Middle Eastern crime is pretty much running rampant. When they tried to steal his Audi, the fatiguers, not fond of dogs at the best of times, ran like complete bitches. And look at how shit scared they are. The guy that jumps on top of the car. But now let's go to the US, where this woman here gets tasered, and the caption says, she sounds like a pterodactyl. And look, I don't know what a pterodactyl sounds like. I don't know if anyone does. But if we did, it would probably sound a bit like this.
Put it down. Sorry, supervisor, too. Okay. Stay down. Stay on the ground.
You gonna shoot me again?
You get up, you're gonna
Do
get
you
hit
want
again.
to?
Are you related to them?
No, that's my kid.
How do you know her?
Huh?
How do you know her?
She my son's girlfriend.
Okay.
And she came here acting like she was on some drugs here and tried to bust my windows off. She came and said because the mortgage was out there hoeing like a hoeing like a rabbit. And now she tried to get mad at my son because she came in and hoeing.
I mean, you want to talk about a gutter trash community. I think you found it right here.
Get on the car, get off of me! Why did you?
And as you saw there, yep, this woman pissed herself.
Don't do that.
I don't need a what? I will get on the car, get off of me! Why did you tase me, sir?
He didn't.
Yes, he did!
He's not the right guy.
You're not the right guy?
No, that's not.
All right.
It's at that moment you've got to realise you've got to stop drinking.
Just chuck her in a bin. And he still...
Yeah, when you start pissing yourself in public because you're drunk, yeah, like I knew someone who used to do that, this guy, and I'd ask if you could get a lift home. No, fuck off, you pissed yourself, get away. Oh, fuck, he's hopeless, this guy. He had bipolar, but he used to use that as an excuse to trash things and smash windows, and he used to get away with it. Total. Lunatic.
Steps in to call out this woman's trashy behaviour.
You don't need to talk to me. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say, you Lonnie. But I'm not the one. Yeah, that's what's wrong with you. Make sure you get paid. What you do. Worry about what you do. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Girl, I ain't scared of you.
What a lovely guy.
Girl, stop threatening me. I ain't threatening you about shit. Finish bragging on my goddamn. You don't tell me what I'm gonna do.
Hey, you need to not speak like that in front of a child, all right? Hey, you need to act like, carry yourself with some. You're speaking like this in front of my child? Yeah, you need to calm down. It's not that big of a deal. Just get yourself in
That's what I'm doing.
Well, then why are you cursing like
Because
that?
I want to.
Get some manners. Get some manners. I witnessed both of this. I witnessed both of this. You need to get out of here. Go.
And I won't.
Go. Go. You're being unpleasant as all get out.
Throw her in the bed.
No, you are. You are. Yeah. You look goofy.
He's correct. She does look goofy and is acting goofy and a pathetic, bad-mannered idiot. That's what she is. Everyone knows it. Here are the police putting one in his place. The taser gets a run as well.
He's a steel cop car. We don't have to live like this. That's a thing now. Good move. Oh, wow. Come in. That's pretty good.
Great work by the police putting that guy on his ass. But now let's get to some situations
that
where
guy
people
must
experience
work
fatigue
out.
in real time.
That cop.
Come here. Filter tip. Sweet or original? You can do sweet. Huh? You can do sweet. Sweet one? Yeah. Okay. Single? Yeah. Bro, why'd you do that? Do what? I just saw you took a lighter, bro. Where? Bro, I just saw you took a lighter. What you mean? I did not take no fucking lighter, bro. I just saw you, bro. Bro, you think I'm
You be tripping, man.
Dude, I just saw you take a lighter. I did not take no.
I know.
Bro, all over here. I did not take no lighter. I don't need no. I saw you in my own eyes, bro. I got my own lighter, bro. Look, does that look like these lighters? No, it doesn't. But I saw you take a lighter. I saw you. Listen.
Empty your pockets.
You gotta pay for that shit. Fuck that shit. I'm not paying.
Y'all really need to stop going out in public and claiming that everybody's racist because you don't get what you want. I just had two ladies come in and order food to go, and they didn't have the full amount and asked me if they could owe me the rest of it. And I told them, no, you gotta have the full amount. Like, I can't just let you not pay. And she called me a bitch. I let that go. Usually I'd never even let that go, but I let it go. And then she's talking about if it was someone of a different color, you would have let it slide. Ma'am, now you could just leave. I'm so tired of you.
Everyone is tired of this shit. Perpetual victimhood, no accountability. The same shit is happening every day, and it's great that people are now acknowledging this.
We don't
They're not afraid of being
that
called a
happening the way
racist
they use
anymore. People have overused that. But as a member of the public, it's probably best to not try and tase someone with a pen taser bought off Temu, okay?
Kung Fu fighting. Everybody was going.
Stop. Stop. Come on, sir. Stop. I don't see anything other than stop.
The guy got very lucky that the police were there. That thing is not going to stop anyone who genuinely wants to hurt you, okay? Get something that's more significant if it's lawful to do so in your area, of course. And as I always say, get the peons the hell out of the stinking house.
Got a trash. Fentanyl stores. Oh, yeah. Lovely. I think we're getting fentanyl now. I don't know. I didn't know it was a problem here, but 007's streaming.
Yeah, the big cities of the world, I'm afraid they're gone. We'll have an owl soon.
We all are presuming there has to be some kind of fall.
See if I know anyone here, sovereign citizen. Oh, that's why he's not here. You bastard. bastard.
It could go on for 1,000
You
years.
traitor.
No, I don't.
No.
No, I won't have that.
No, that's a fucking pipe dream, man. It's
Pipe
actually
dream?
only been going for, it's only been in place, really, since the
Yeah,
Industrial
that's where I met
Revolution.
him. Yeah,
That
so
was obviously the beginning of it.
Nah.
A couple of 100 years.
This.
Sovereign. Sovereign Soul Unchained Mind. He's changed his name to Solve's Place. Anyway, he did a stream today and it was pretty good. Had some good. He finds some good clips. I don't know where he gets them from. Martin Bryant was tortured to confess. Yeah, I'll believe that. Ex-Riston prison guard testimony. Wow. I'll have to do a separate show about that. Yeah, the Wasp Files. This guy's he's pretty fucking good on what he's show. I don't know. I can't believe it's on YouTube. Anyway, unless someone turns up, I'll just watch what I normally sort of watch. But I mean, I've been watching Netflix actually because I got it just to watch one show, and there's a few other shows I've been watching. Pretty good. Anyway, yeah, this is all about the Port Arthur thing. God.
When you look at the many weird inconsistencies, anomalies, and strange coincidences of the mainstream narrative, I'm going to ask you all to put the overlay of this alternate narrative over the top of those, then some of these things do seem to make a little more sense. Let's imagine that the event was
if anyone
a planned
joins, I can
false flag
pause
event.
this.
As to who might have created this,
seen this
we
yet.
can only theorise that it might have been shadowy aspects of government, including intelligence agencies, in league with rogue tactical police, and possibly the SASR. So the plan is that they have someone chosen that they need to take the fall for something they wish to plan. And the idea is that Martin Bryant is groomed by rogue elements of the police in Tasmania and asked to take part in a counter-terrorism exercise, part of SACPAV. Welcome to the WASP Files. Some of this material may be distressing and viewer discretion is advised. By now, most Australians are very well versed with the mainstream narrative of the Port Arthur massacre and the convicted perpetrator, Martin Bryant. Over the many years of my investigation into the tragedy and uncovering a multitude of inconsistencies, anomalies, strange coincidences, and unexplained events, and unresolved questions, it has led me to question quite deeply the mainstream narrative. Tonight's episode then is going to be a departure from that. I would like to talk about what I will call the alternate narrative of the Port Arthur massacre, as opposed to Martin Bryant being the sole gunman. I prefer the term alternate narrative as opposed to conspiracy theorist because personally I find that term repugnant. So alternate narrative is simply an exploration of the possibility of a second story to Port Arthur. So I'm going to ask you all to theorise. Let's imagine that the event was a planned false flag event. As to who might have created this, we can only theorise that it might have been shadowy aspects of government, including intelligence agencies, in league with rogue tactical police, and possibly the SASR, with their involvement being from a more military and professional engagement of a very highly trained and ruthless killer. Very much like the John F. Kennedy assassination, If we consider that Martin Bryant is in essence our Lee Harvey Oswald,
One statement, please. I'd like some legal representation. These police officers have not allowed me to have any. I don't know what this is all about. I'm just a patsy.
the appointed and chosen patsy, the person who was set up who on the surface level of things seems perfectly capable and culpable of carrying out something like the Port Arthur massacre until you dig a little deeper into his character and his abilities and his disadvantages to consider whether or not that he was capable of doing this. So we're going to say that Martin Bryant was our chosen patsy, that he was looked at because he was known around the local town of Hobart, an unusual character, certainly socially dysfunctional, with attributes that people would consider to be strange and in some cases aggressive and potentially violent. He was a person that was purportedly of low intellect and limited abilities, and in that case, someone that could be considered to be very gullible and easily led.
Yeah.
So Martin Bryant was watched, and perhaps the planning may have begun from when Barry Unsworth was famous for quoting that there will never be uniform gun laws in Australia until there is a massacre in Tasmania.
Wow.
This was the quote that the former New South Wales Premier, had quoted while storming out of a meeting when the federal government was trying to implement uniform gun laws throughout Australia. Also, prior to the Port Arthur massacre, well-renowned anti-gun advocate Roland Brown also stated there will be a massacre in Tasmania. Perhaps the seed was planted.
Why Tasmania?
I've always said that gun control alone is too simple a motive for something as heinous as the Port Arthur massacre. So if we apply the historical and...
well, I know why Tasmania because it was in a very remote place. It took cops a long time to get there, and a very controllable environment to create an event. Anyway.
Worldwide global motivations by the less savoury of our human race. They are usually power, money, influence and control. So let's consider that people of that nature have decided for whatever reason to create the false flag of the Port Arthur massacre using perhaps the Hoddle Street shootings and the Queen Street shootings in Melbourne as precedent cases for something much larger, much more heinous and much more world.
Oh, the Hoddle Street shooting, yeah. Right, I just got a sidetrack here, but little story about that, yeah. Me, Sean, and a few of our friends were in Melbourne that night, and we're in Hoddle Street. We stopped to get something to eat. I forgot what it was. It could have been a souvlaki. It was me, Sean, Samantha. Could have been Barry, I think, and maybe Vale. And yeah, and we were there, and then we went on into the city after stopping to get a snack or something. And then it was half an hour later, the Hoddle Street shooting happened exactly where we were. Right, Julian Knight, allegedly, I always like that word, shot like 8 people dead, doing the sniper thing. They're shooting people in their cars and on the street right where we were half an hour before. But Chopper Reed knew him. He claims he took him under his wing, actually. Poor young confused guy who got rejected from the military. Yeah, what's happened to Martin Bryant? Is he still alive? Don't know. Nothing about him. But Julian Knight. Martin Bryant looks like a different person nowadays. I don't even know if it's him.
World engaging, if you like. But they need a patsy. So Martin Bryant, who at some point, despite his perceived fortunes of coming into a lot of money, and he had girlfriends as well, was having a lot of difficulties, very much from when he was a child, being brought up in Tasmania, and was exhibiting signs of problems, serious psychological problems, and possibly some very complex issues such as an Asperger's syndrome and possible schizophrenia. So Martin is chosen. Martin is watched. And at some point, Martin becomes quite isolated. The support mechanisms, of which he had very few in his life at the time, were removed from his life. His father had committed suicide, Maurice Bryant, which was a stabilising influence in his life to a great extent. He committed suicide. Martin's relationship with his mother was never very strong. And later on, he formed a very close attachment with the wealthy heiress Helen Harvey. They just hit it off. They had a love of animals and they shared a friendship. It was not an intimate relationship. And despite the
fucking muting ain't done. What was I saying? Martin, he I don't know, both his girlfriends had nothing bad to say about him, like the two girlfriends he had in his life. He'd never done anything wrong to them. Kids next door, he used to give them anything they wanted because he was pretty well off. Oh, you like that toy? You can have that. He's a really generous, kind person. And have you seen the film Nitram? It's Martin backwards. Nitram. It's all set just before the massacre. Oh God, they exaggerate the shit, and they actually add a lot of fiction into that movie. It's like, nah, that didn't happen. What are you doing? Really making him look like. Yeah, it was let's convince people he definitely, he wasn't a patsy. One of them films. The same director did the movie Snowtown, which was good. Like, that was pretty accurate. And I'm glad they didn't go too far with the violence and shit. But Nitram was, oh God, there's a few moments that made me cringe because I know that didn't happen. And anyway, like his mum. Look at his mum. Hang on, where is she? Yeah. Like, she looks so much like Martin. Like, people said, Martin never went to prison. He was actually his mum with a wig on and playing the same character. He was just an actor playing himself and his mum. But I don't know. That's a bit of a stretch, isn't it?
Of the Port Arthur massacre. This would come initially from some of the local police. So the reports were that Martin was kind of taken under their wing, that he may have been groomed in essence and made to feel that, he was part of, something much larger than himself.
And I think he was going down to Port Arthur that night. From what I've gathered, he used to go with the police a lot. They used to take him down on exercises, right? They used to think he was so important. And no, that's what they've done.
Coincidentally, in the months before Port Arthur, I believe it was something like 5 months, there were SACPAV exercises that took place on the Tasman Peninsula. SACPAV was the Standing Acting Committee on the Prevention Against Violence, which in essence were counter-terrorism exercises carried out by tactical police and support mechanisms from the Australian Defence Force, and even possibly the SASR, which are our highly trained professional soldiers. So SACPAV exercises were carried out, in fact, on the Tasman Peninsula in the months before Port Arthur.
SAS,
these exercises
you're
usually
pretty
take
high
place
up.
all over Australia. So we know then at that point in time there would have been highly trained individuals working with police in the Tasman area. So the plan is that they have someone chosen that they need to take the fall for something they wish to plan. And the idea is that Martin Bryant is groomed by rogue elements of the police in Tasmania and asked to take...
You know, got me onto the Martin Bryant was innocent conspiracy. Sean introduced me to this. And at first I thought, nah, come on. I actually believe the fucking bullshit. And then as the more I looked into it, oh, wow, it's so obvious. And, yeah, so...
part in a counter-terrorism exercise, part of SACPAV. And the idea is that they want him to play the part of the main man, the person who will play the part of Jamie, who is going to lay siege from a bed and breakfast in Tasmania, and that will help the police to conduct an exercise in how to overcome a siege situation in Tasmania involving firearms. He's told to keep this secret. Martin is permitted, of course, to purchase firearms, though he never had a license. So there was a requirement in 1991 that in Tasmania you did have to have a license to own firearms and be a fit and proper person. So despite the fact that the police confirmed Martin didn't have a license, he was able to purchase high-powered firearms.
Wow.
Generally, we know this to be the Colt SP1 or AR-15-223 semi-automatic rifle, which was the main firearm that was used at Port Arthur, and a Daewoo 12-gauge semi-automatic shotgun.
I've never seen a gun shop sell anything like this, you know, in Australia. Like, ever since I was young, I've been shooting since I was a teenager, you know. 12. When we were 12, we weren't allowed to play with toy guns and play cowboys and Indians. That was evil, you know, playing with guns. And as soon as I was like 11, 12, and me brothers, we all got a fucking 22 rifle each, you know. So, go shoot some rabbits, kids, you know, because, yeah. Nothing wrong with rabbits, too, but I wasn't into shooting the animals. I left that to my older brothers, but no, they never sold shit like this. Like, what the hell, especially Tasmania? What, gun shops are selling this in Australia? Get fucked. Never in my life.
Other firearms that were used at Port Arthur, but as we will dig into the alternate narrative, these firearms were not owned by Martin, but were provided to him to assist in the operation. So Martin is in a good place prior to Port Arthur. He has the girlfriend that he's been with for 3 months, Petra Wilmot. They are in love. Petra says that he's gentle and kind and looks after her. He has lots of money. He can travel overseas, which he does extensively, and he purchases some firearms, and he owns property. So this is a person you would think is in a pretty good place, despite the fact that he might have some social disadvantages and perhaps some psychological issues.
He's doing well for himself.
So leading up to the 28th of April, 1996, Martin is given the parameters of the operation in which he's going to take part, an exercise with his colleagues in the police force, one of which we shall refer to as Rick. So the idea is he goes out the night before with Petra. They go to the local night spot and they dance and they come home, they shower together, spend the night together. The next morning, Martin is told to set his alarm early because he's got a task that he has to complete, which is the beginning of his adventure. Petra says that Martin likes action movies, so he's about to begin his own action movie, but he has to keep it secret because he's working with the police. So the next morning,
Yeah, that was another thing. Oh, he liked action movies, you know. Who doesn't? Fucking hell.
Martin and Petra depart, and Martin is told, right, we need you to bring your Volvo, bring your Colt SP1 and your Daewoo shotgun, and bring them down to what is to be established as, in essence, the headquarters of the beginning of the operation, which is Seascape Cottage, a little bed and breakfast that's not too far from the Port Arthur historical site. Martin is told, come down there in the morning and also make sure you leave your passport in the glove box of the car, which Martin does. So Martin is told to drive down there. He arrives sometime in the morning. And if we skip back a little bit, sometime between the hours of 10:30 and 11 a.m., nearby neighbours to the Seascape Cottage, which is the chosen location for the siege that happens later and the headquarters for the operation, the neighbours report hearing gunshots emanating from the vicinity of the Seascape Cottage. This doesn't alarm them too much because it's a rural area and they know that people have firearms and it's not necessarily out of the ordinary. However, they report gunshots at that time in the morning. Martin arrives at the Seascape Cottage. Waiting for them there are some operatives that to assist him in taking part in the operation. One of these is Rick. The other may be another individual who is unidentified, and that he's told what you have to do is you're going to be stationed here at Seascape Cottage and you're going to be playing the role of Jamie. He's provided with the script, and he's told that when the time comes and you're given the signal, you will be shooting out the window of the cottage with the various firearms that we've set up here around the Seascape Cottage.
That's how they
On
did
one
it.
condition, you are not to shoot any police officers. You can shoot at them, and Rick will also be here as well to assist with that, but no police officers can be killed. Martin may ask, where is David and Sally Martin, the owners of the Seascape Cottage? Three possibilities present themselves. Number one, they're not there. If they were in fact murdered in the morning prior to Martin Bryant's arrival, then they may have been hidden somewhere in either the guest house or some part of the cottage itself. And all that Martin is told is that the owners of the cottage have agreed to take part in the operation and provided their cottage as the location for the siege.
That's how they did it. Yeah, I've heard the phone call with the cops to him, and he's calling himself Jamie, and he's saying, "Hey guys, the guys here have got their targets on you guys. You know, you better tell your guys they're gonna shoot their own guys. You know." And he was going under the name Jamie, like. And what he's saying here, oh yeah, that all makes perfect sense. He thought it was an exercise, a military exercise. Oh fuck yeah, of course. That was the thing that confused me most, is how they convinced him.
The other possibility is that when Martin arrives, he discovers that the couple have been murdered, which would of course be a shock. And if that was the case, he might ask, why have they been killed? And he might be told, this is actually an exercise because we do actually have terrorists on the Tasman Peninsula, and that David and Sally Martin are enemies of the state and had to be eliminated. And that we have sanctioned that, but we still need you here to conduct the rest of the exercise. The third possibility is that Martin is actually permitted to kill the Martins himself under the guise of them being enemies of the state, and that the operation is sanctioned. I personally think the first of these is more likely, that the Martins may have been killed and or kept somewhere in the guest house or somewhere in the cottage, and that Martin has no idea of their whereabouts. This may also explain why, when Constables Paul Hyland and Gary Whittle arrived at the Seascape much later during the siege, both of them tendered witness statements that they saw a naked female running screaming between the guest house and the cottage. The identity of that person has never been determined. So there is every possibility that perhaps that woman was Sally Martin, that she may have been kept in another part of the property, perhaps had escaped from any restrictions that she had and had run screaming, trying to get help. Maybe she was disrobed to keep her from, running and trying to elicit help. But it's one aspect of when you look at the many weird inconsistencies, anomalies, and strange coincidences of the mainstream narrative. If you put the overlay, I'm going to ask you all to put the overlay of this alternate narrative over the top of those, then some of these things do seem to make a little more sense. And that's one example that could explain why there was this unidentified naked female running between the buildings screaming. So Martin is at Seascape. He meets the other operatives there. There may be 2, there may be 3. They have set up Seascape Cottage with additional firearms, most likely owned by Glenn Martin, who is the son of Sally and David. He's no longer there. And the couple have been disposed of. He's provided with his script and told wait, and when we give you the signal, you will read from your script as required if contacted by phone, and when the time comes, you will engage in a siege with the surrounding police. Remember, Martin's Volvo has been brought to that location along with his firearms and his passport in the glove box. One of the operatives that is at the Seascape Cottage then commandeers Martin Bryant's clothing. And if we recall once again, when Martin had run out from the burning Seascape Cottage at the conclusion of the siege, he was dressed in black, which may or may not suggest that when he arrives at Seascape, he has to dress and pretend that he is a special operations group operative. So Martin's clothing is provided to the real gunman. The real gunman, in essence, would be a highly trained individual and most likely a psychopath with compassion for no human life whatsoever. This person would most likely have been SASR or ex-SASR, or perhaps a private military security contract. A very highly trained, dangerous, ruthless, and psychopathic individual who has some appearances to Martin. This person...
the Bali bombing, that happened a couple of years after this. And, the same SAS team were there, and this same guy was there. And I reckon that guy... anyway, there's a lot of stuff about the Bali bombing hotel thing. The witnesses said there was a big flash, just a big white flash, which means C4. They say it was a fertilizer bomb, a load of shit, and the village idiot concocted it all. That's another story.
Person takes Martin's clothing. He takes Martin's car and Martin's guns. He dons a blonde wig and then makes his way down to Port Arthur. The first stage of his operation is to leave an identifying trace of breadcrumbs behind him. Weird events, strange anomalies like buying a bottle of tomato sauce at the local supermarket and paying small change so that people notice him, carrying a large bag. Suspicious activity, stopping at service stations, purchasing fuel for the Volvo. Remember too that when the Volvo was discovered, there were fuel containers and firelighters in there as well. So the ring-in, if you like, basically makes his way down to Port Arthur and creates a number of distractions, if you like, and noticeable events that people know they can comment on and give witness on later on. This person is armed with enough information about Martin Bryant to realistically pass as Martin Bryant. However, once again, with the mainstream narrative, there are some holes, because a lot of the people that did know Martin Bryant, who initially witnessed the shooter, said that they didn't recognise that person as being Martin Bryant. One of these was the farmer, Roger Lana, who had some knowledge of Martin. And when Martin pulled up in his driveway on the way down to Port Arthur, His statement was that he didn't initially recognise him to be Martin Bryant. They then engaged in some conversation, which I guess satisfied him that it may have been Martin Bryant. What's very important next is the operational plan and the initial target, which was not the Port Arthur historical site. This is evidenced by the shooter stopping to help two young ladies, two tourists whose car had broken down by the side of the road. Martin was not known for his mechanical aptitude himself, yet this person was able to get their car running by fixing a loose wire. He also purchased a bag of marijuana from the girls for $50, which they were amused at because they had the feeling that if the person was a seasoned smoker, they would know that $50 was way too much to pay for the amount of marijuana they sold, but nevertheless, the person handed over $50 and purchased the marijuana. They noticed the surfboard on the top of Martin's yellow Volvo and asked, "Are you going surfing?" And the reply comes back, "No, I'm going down to get rid of some wasps." Now, this indicates an obvious planting by the gunman for a motive for the attack, which is to eradicate white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, or WASPs. He goes on, had the feeling that if the person was...
So, how much marijuana did he get? Showed him a small satchel, which I had. He said how much. I was jokingly, $50 will do. Oh, so it was probably a gram. Yeah, and a guy like Martin would probably do that, you know. I knew this poor dippy guy once, and these young dudes were ripping him off. Oh, fuck, it was... I ended up telling him, going right off at him, but this poor retarded guy would come around and try to score some hash off him, and they'd give him fucking bong resin and wrap it up, and he woke up to they were ripping him off, you know. And I said, "Look, you guys are thieving from this poor guy, and give him some real weed and give him his fucking money back." And they did, you know. Yeah, that was pathetic, you know. And yeah, these girls probably we'll just see what he says. We'll say $50 instead of 20. And Martin probably said, "Oh yeah, no worries," because he was well off.
Was a seasoned smoker, they would know that $50 was way too much to pay for the amount of marijuana they sold, but nevertheless, the person handed over $50 and purchased the marijuana. They noticed the surfboard on the top of Martin's yellow Volvo and asked, "Are you going surfing?" And the reply comes back, "No, I'm going down to get rid of some wasps." Now, this indicates an obvious planting by the gunman for a motive for the attack, which is to eradicate white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, or WASPs.
Yeah, this is why it's called the Wasp Files, this channel. Because of this weird wasp thing that he says, you know, which is almost like MK Ultra-ish.
He goes on to say, "You can join me down there and buy me a coffee before driving off." The shooter makes his way down to the Port Arthur historic site, pays the $50 entrance fee, and enters the site. Now, here's where there's an indication that the original target is not in fact the Broad Arrow Cafe, but the Bundina ferry that takes tourists across to the Isle of the Dead.
Look at
the
it.
Assistant Police Commissioner on the day, Lupo Prins, reported to the Hobart Mercury on the 31st of December 1996 that the initial target for Martin Bryant was the Bundina ferry across to the Isle of the Dead. The shooter parks down near the water's edge, close to the jetty where the Bundina alights for the Isle of the Dead. He doesn't park in the car park next to the Broad Arrow Cafe, which is in close proximity to his vehicle, if that was the intended target. Ian Kingston, who's the security manager and traffic controller on the day, remonstrates with the shooter and says, "You can't park down here, we need this space for the buses." Disgruntled, the shooter drives off and Ian Kingston goes on about his duties. But when he looks back, he notices that once again, The yellow Volvo has been parked down near the water's edge close to the jetty where the ferry alights for the Isle of the Dead. Now, the Isle of the Dead, as we know, is a little island, a historical gravesite that's just off the foreshore of the Port Arthur historical site. It's accessible only by the ferry. So in order to get rid of wasps on the Isle of the Dead, the plan is that the shooter will make their way down there, join the ferry with the other tourists, make their way across to the Isle of the Dead. And
Yeah, very, Port Arthur's said to be very haunted because of the horrors that went on there. It was like the worst place on earth to be sent back in the old days, It was known as Devil's Island. I mean, it was known to be worse than Devil's Island, yeah. And, yeah, if you got sent to Port Arthur, yeah, you're pretty much fucked. And that's why one guy went off into the wilderness escaped and lasted 6 months in the wilderness by eating all his friends and come back going, nah, it's fucked out there, I can't survive. Yeah, but nah, it's a very spooky place, Port Arthur. It's weird how they chose that actual place because a lot of bad karma there in ancient history.
that is the intended target for the shooter. This has significant impact for a number of reasons. Reports were that in addition to local tourists, there was something like 80 US tourists on that ferry that day that were making their way across to the Isle of the Dead. If we consider the notion of the Isle of the Dead itself, there are no cameras on the island. It's not accessible to the public other than by the ferry. It's an isolated environment in many ways. Anyone witnessing an assault on the Isle of the Dead or the ferry itself, all they would witness would be hearing gunshots and seeing whatever commotion was happening at a distance. There would be very few witnesses, eyewitnesses, to identify exactly what took place on that island. It's the perfect ambush point. The notion that there could have been 80 US tourists, it goes without saying that given the ongoing debate about gun control in the United States, the ramifications of 80 US tourists being killed would have been a much higher body count than that was achieved at the Broad Arrow Cafe and the Port Arthur Historical Site, would have gone global and certainly would have had huge ramifications for gun control in the United States. So that was the stage of the operation, was to create the breadcrumbs, make enough noticeable disruptions that people notice.
Why didn't they go ahead with that plan? Yeah, they must have thought, hang on, no, this might get too much American investigation and they might actually realise that this side killed their own people, so they thought, no, we'll just kill these other tourists. I've forgotten how many.
A person who is perceived to be Martin Bryant with the long blonde hair, the dark blonde coat, making their way down to the Port Arthur Historical Site. The shooter parks Martin's Volvo down near the water's edge. He asks the security manager and traffic controller, Ian Kingston, if he could park down there, and is told, no, you can't, we need that space for the buses.
Mm-hmm.
Ian continues on with his duties, and the shooter parks down to the water's edge anyway, because he needs to get onto the ferry. This is where the operation has run awry. Now, we have to consider at all this time, Martin Bryant, unknowingly, is situated at Seascape Cottage. He has no concept of any other aspect of the perceived counter-terrorism exercise other than that he's going to be holding siege at the Seascape Cottage. However, there are much greater agendas and plans at play. So the gunman has, remember, petrol and firelighters in Martin's Volvo. The plan is to get onto the ferry and join the perhaps 100 or so people who are making their way across to the Isle of the Dead. At some point, they may have had to elicit an emergency disembarkation because the ferry could have been set on fire. This would have forced everyone to escape from the ferry onto the Isle of the Dead. Once on that isle, there would be nowhere to escape to. The waters surrounding the Isle of the Dead, the Tasmanian waters, were freezing. And if we have elderly people and children, very unlikely that they would be able to survive if they tried to escape by jumping in the water. This was evident during the Norway shooting that occurred on November the 22nd. Victims were trying to escape a gunman who had trapped them on an island, and they too jumped into the water, and some of them drowned. They had nowhere to go. So that's the plan. Also, consider the fact that on the island, if there was no access, immediate access by police, if the ferry had been burnt into the ocean, you've got the gunman on the island, you've got a much higher amount of people that are killed because they are, in essence, trapped with nowhere to go. And then it would be also very easy to plant evidence linking the appointed and chosen patsy, Martin Bryant, to the crime, the greater crime of the massacre on the Isle of the Dead. We know that the gun bag that was abandoned in the Broad Arrow Cafe allegedly contained a bloodied knife that was wrapped in a towel with DNA consistent with that of David Martin, the owner of Seascape Cottage, who was later discovered in the burnt wreckage of Seascape. So, in essence, you have planted evidence, as well as whatever other evidence was planned to be left on the Isle of the Dead. Once the aftermath of the shooting had took place, it would also be very easy to cordon off that crime scene. So whatever else took place, what investigations were taking place by the police that were involved would in essence be hidden from the public. The other issue, of course, is that you now have the gunman on the island. So how do we then correlate back to the appointed patsy and chosen victim who was meant to die in the operation, Martin Bryant, who is currently residing at the Seascape Cottage? The shooter would conduct the massacre. Everyone on the foreshore would hear the gunshots, perhaps see the burning ferry, be horrified. We know that the only two police close to the Port Arthur historic site were conveniently lured away on a false report that there were drugs that were contained in the coal mines over at Saltwater, half an hour away. So the only two police officers that perhaps could have organised access across to the Isle of the Dead were then lured away to the other side of the island, conveniently getting them out of the way. So the shooter, our appointed Martin Bryant, in essence, undertakes the massacre and kills a lot more people than were killed in the actual shooting, and then contacts the headquarters, which is the Seascape Cottage, and says phase one is complete. Martin would then be killed, and his body would be transported out by boat to the Isle of the Dead. There were reports that there was an unmarked boat on the bay at the time. This boat would then arrive at the Isle of the Dead, pick up the shooter, and dump Martin's body. Martin may have been considered to have committed suicide by shooting himself, or maybe he was found floating, drowned in the waters. Either way, the crime scene is wrapped up. Martin is discovered on the Isle of the Dead. His Volvo is parked down near the water's edge. There is no confusion as to the perpetrator of the crime.
Yeah, that's hypothetical.
But the operation went off the rails. And the reason was, unpredictably, the ferry had left half an hour earlier.
Mosquitoes. Wasps.
So the Isle of the Dead, which was the intended target, was now off limits. There was some altercation, there was remonstration, where the gunman now was faced with a dilemma that the plan had gone off the rails. So he improvises, he thinks on his feet. This is a person who has no impunity to killing anyone, and continues on with an improvised plan, which is to make his way to the gift shop and the Broad Arrow Cafe and try and figure out how best to continue with the operation. If we imagine that this is a planned false flag operation, then we can also theorise that there are plants, there are people in the immediate vicinity of the tourist site whose job it is to witness publicly that they saw Martin Bryant get onto the ferry and then support the narrative that Martin Bryant was the perpetrator of the crime. Some of these people may have been in the Broad Arrow Cafe. Once again, the strange anomalies and inconsistencies and unexplained questions seem to make a little bit more sense if you place the overlay of a false flag operation over the mainstream narrative. So, for instance, the shooter enters the cafe in a fairly agitated state, once again playing the role of the motivational racist shooter who is heard to go out on the balcony after purchasing his meal, waving his hands around and saying a lot of wasps around nowadays, not too many Jap tourists, you know, creating a scene in essence so that people can recognise this person as mentioning wasps once again. That person's also seen mumbling and talking almost to themselves. Is there the possibility that the shooter had an earpiece in and was communicating and was being told, abort mission, the ferry has left? This person is then in a rock and a hard place, and they decide instead to improvise with the mission. That person then goes into the cafe and retrieves the Colt SP1 from the bag. Before we get to the shooting itself, we recall that he was also witnessed going into the Broad Arrow Cafe with a black video camera, which we covered in a previous episode. What would be the point of a shooter taking a video camera with them and about to embark on a mass rampage? There are some questions there, and possible alternatives to that are that if the person had been able to get onto the ferry, the shooter, then filming the carnage of US citizens being massacred in their dozens, perhaps drowning in the water or burning alive on the ferry, would have been catastrophic footage that would shake the world and certainly shake up America. This camera was, however, set up on a table next to the gun bag in the Broad Arrow Cafe. The other possibility is that anybody that is contracted to carry out something as murderous as the Port Arthur massacre, in essence, places themselves in the arena of being expendable, that they are a dangerous voice that perhaps should be silenced so that there can be no loose ends, so to speak. There is the possibility that the shooter, using either Martin's video camera or their own camera, because it's never been determined whose camera that was, wanted some insurance. So if they filmed themselves taking part in the massacre and it was clear that that shooter was not Martin Bryant, then that tape would in essence form the part of an insurance in case there was any action to try and silence the real shooter, because then that could be used as what they call a dead man switch.
Hey,
Jacob. If that's released,
g'day, mate.
It would blow the whole mainstream narrative out of the water. Possibility. Of course, we're just theorizing here. But once again, once you place this overlay over the top of the mainstream, it certainly suggests very feasible outcomes.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for joining the WASP Files.
So much more to
Please
cover.
feel free to share far and wide and see the Dropbox link on the YouTube channel and some of the material that is also available on the Facebook page, WASP, the Port Arthur Massacre, which is free to download in support of some of the episodes. Also, please see the link to the Buy Me a Coffee page, which helps support the channel and keep us running. And keep watching, and every Tuesday night, there'll be new episodes of the WASP Files up for you to view. Thank you.
God, yeah, so... Oh, there's a mushroom lady here. They're miserable. Oh God, I said she's guilty. Well, most people thought she was anyway. But... Yeah, so Martin Bryant, eh? Yeah, it spun me out when Sean come out with that conspiracy about 15 years ago. And then the more I looked into it, the more I thought, yeah. Like the woman who owned the cafe, she died recently, but she gave a fantastic interview on stage at some thing they had, and yeah, she said the guy there who was shooting everyone was not Martin Bryant. She knew Martin very well, and yeah, I hope you can still get that that interview. It's fucking excellent. She was really coming out against it because she's a local. She knew everyone. She knew Marty. Oh, Marty. Hey. Anyway, he's a perfect patsy, just like Oswald and all the others. Anyway. It's funny he didn't have, a second name. It's just Martin Bryant. Normally these mass killers and serial killers have three names, Ted Bundy, but yeah, I guess. Right. Anyway, Charles Daniels Daniels, or something. Yeah. Frankson serial killer. Cunt. Let's see. Martin. Yeah, there's a song called Martin. That's great. No, won't show that song, Martin. You fuckers. Oh, God, you pricks. Like it's a song by Split Ends and it will not show it. Showing all these other songs they've done. Oh, you pricks. Fuck YouTube's fuck.
When you look at the many weird inconsistencies, anomalies, and strange coincidences of the mainstream narrative.
Stop it, you fuck! I didn't even... Just went there for no fucking reason. Back to the video I showed, right, because the computer's going stupid. I get fucked. And then video, maybe it's in here. Oh, which album was it? Yeah, I remember now. Right. I had all the early Split Ends albums when back in the 80s. The beginning of the ends, that's right. Yeah. Right. Home Sweet Home, maybe it was that one. Oh, it could have been.
Pillows they do sleep.
Was it that? God.
Home sweet home, sweet is all I always say. He's a man of few words, bundles of words can see. While his mind works best in darkness, coming out from behind the frightened, keep on running while he just hangs around. Home sweet home, to each his own, I always say. Martin tries to use his eyes in every way. Out is the situation, he's happy with what he's got. The kid is coming, raging and blind.
Oh, yeah, John Oliver.
He's taking action. What is the cause? The game is wrong.
It was a cold and windy afternoon, and through the tumbling clouds you could see the moon. All the mums and dads had come to see the things their kiddies had done. And out jumped Martin, dressed to his tens, and the Campbells done. All eyes watched him, skipping and prancing. Everyone laughed, but Martin was deaf and couldn't hear a thing. He just kept dancing to hide and
Now he's proud of his efforts. That young lad Martin from the girl kindergarten.
The old girl's kindergarten.
Home sweet home, to each his own, I always say. Martin tries to use his eyes in every way. Home sweet home, to each his own, I always say. Home sweet home, to each his own, I always say. Home sweet home, to each his own, I always say. Home sweet home, to each his own, I always say. Home sweet home.
Fucking hell, they've been going a long time last night.
Pillows we, pillows they do sleep. Home sweet home, to each his own, I always say.
Yeah, so, wow, I didn't know they'd been going that long. That's when I started listening to them, 1975. Paul Kelly and, what are the Ed brothers called? Just totally forgotten. Anyway, great New Zealand band. Yeah, it's a good song with Tim Finn, that's right, the Finn brothers. Yeah. You know, like, I never liked Crowded House. I sort of thought, I was so used to the old style, and then when they become Crowded House, I didn't like Split Ends anymore. Lo and behold, as I got older, I actually appreciated their music and realised it was great. And Sean always loved it, and I used to go, "Oh, not this crappy Crowded House shit." Then years later, I'd said, "Oh, I was wrong about Crowded House. Sorry." Neil Finn's great. Tim Finn's great. And of course, I've played this song many a time, but reminds me, mate, Sean too, because I played it a lot, and he loves this song. And
You opened up your door. I couldn't believe my luck. You and your new blue dress, taking away my breath. The cradle is soft and warm. Couldn't do me no harm. You showed me how to give into temptation, knowing full well the earth will rebel. Into temptation, a muddle of nervous words. Could never amount to betray. Sentences all my own. The process to watch it fade. And as I turn to go, you look at me for half a second with an open invitation for me to go into temptation. Knowing full well the earth will rebel. Into temptation, safe in the wide open arms of hell. We can go sailing in, climb down, lose yourself when you linger long into temptation where you belong. You can never sleep. In the long, slow hours of morning, experience is cheap. Well, I should have listened to the warning. The cradle is soft and warm. Into temptation, full well the earth will rebel. Into your wide
what a legend! What legends!
No way to break the spell. Break the spell.
don't tell.
Levang Nijenskin. I like your spelling. That's very finny. Anyway, Jonah, Miss Higgins and Dan driving. Missy Higgins, yeah. Oh, will that get me fucking copyrighted? That last one won't, for some reason, but mushroom. I'll take a chance. I can always cut it out of the video, I think.
Good evening.
What's happening?
Now, this song I'm here to tell you is 21 verses long, so get ready for a long
Oh,
story.
what the fuck?
And it starts off with a woman talking at her husband's funeral to a friend, and she's talking about her life with her husband and her family driving in outback Queensland in all kinds of weather. And Dan's going to start us off, and Missy and I will pick it up.
Oh, Kiwi
Our
language.
special guest is Naomi Evans on the violin.
I get it now.
Driving woman.
Yeah, I didn't get myself a 6-pack today. I only got a 5-pack. Yeah. But I wanted to get a 6-pack of beer today, so but I'm on my last beer because I only have 5-pack. But anyway. Oi. What's it they say there? Oh, God, my brain's not that sharp. I had a gummy bear earlier today, and I'm a little bit vague, actually. Very vague. I know I'm going to sleep well. That's for sure. I feel very tired already, and 5 beers in and 1 gummy.
Well, she buried him down on the edge of the town where the brigalow suckers on a cemetery creek. She stood with them children in a heavy brown gown. What you want, you just can't always keep. Well, I'm sorry, I said. I knew him so well. Though your body is young, well, you never can tell when the hand of fate brings its fateful death.
It's not Paul Kelly. Dan Kelly. Dan. Don't know. I've never heard this song before, I don't think. The Driving Woman.
She just turned with the slightest of smiles. Well, she said from the start.
Oh, there's Paul. Oh, so they're brothers, right? Yeah. Good Catholic boys, you know. Their mum done a lot of charity for street people. And, he's a made in Melbourne guy, you know, and there's something he did that I didn't like. What was it? Might have been during the COVID times. I don't know if he was at any whatever, and he jabberwocky. Well, I forgot.
It's so hot, we were always handed the severest of calms. A honeymoon spent drove in Jamison stops through the wildest winter you've seen. And my romantic notions of horses and land, they were soon dispelled as a fantasized dream. Watching cattle at night in the midwinter cold turns a person both wiry and old. Well, the flame of the breakfast, the fire'd be dead as the sun rose up. Well, he'd move up ahead. I'd be breaking the camper and rolling the beds as he fanned the stalk wide at 4 feet. When the weather turned south with the onset of rain and the truck had bogged down to the axle main, Well, if you move up ahead, then we'd pack saddles and chains, and I'd wait in the mud by the road with the blankets and the canvas all hung out to dry. But there's nothing for heating, 'cause you couldn't light a fire, and no stock permit for the forthcoming Shire. For the cattle don't care when they're sloshing in rain, they just keep walking forward.
Anyway, not the best song, but yeah. So Jim and Jono are talking Vulcan, I think. Yeah, I can't quite. Something about Hodge, your dick kin, is it pilished yet? Which I guess means, how's your dick can? Is it polished yet? What? Fucking hell. Why would you even want to know that? I don't want to know about what other guys' dicks are doing. Well, that's a bit gay, you know. Yeah, nah, you know. I mean, what do you want to know about cocks? Crazy. I'd rather, you know, rather concentrate on boobs and stuff. Anyway. How to make gravy? Oh, yeah, I think that gets you copyrighted now. It never used to. Paul Morris, rest in peace. Yeah, I knew this guy's daughter actually. She ended up marrying a mate of mine, and yeah, she's good. Anyway.
This is a song I actually offered to John Farnham, and thankfully he knocked it back, which was good. He said,
Jamie, I knew his daughter.
Never be a hit. This takes too long.
Ended up marrying a mate of mine. Yeah.
I couldn't get anyone to record it, so I did it myself. So fortunately, I did.
Can't believe I'm really meeting a girl like you on such a day. Maybe I'm only dreaming. Mr. Sun, come back to stay. Yeah, like you, I don't know what to say. A guy like me becomes all tongue-tied. Hello, I love you doesn't seem so right. With a girl like you, it's love at first sight. Hello, I didn't need to say. Someone like me becomes all tongue-tied. Sweet, sweet love, it will last, it will last. Na 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 na. Sweet, sweet love, it will last, it will last. Na 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 na. Oh my God. In love I never met before, and a girl
Like you, I'll never meet again. Do you want me half as much inside as I want you till the day I die? Sweet, sweet love, it will last, it will last. Na 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 na. I know what it's like to go for it. Sweet, sweet love, it will last, it will last. Na 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 what a fucking want. Sweet, sweet love, it will last, it will last. Na 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 na. Sweet, sweet love, it will last. Na 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 na. If I hear what's true, take it away. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, thought I'd add a bit of my own influence into that song so I didn't get copyrighted. Well, I think I did very well. Sweet, sweet love, it'll last. Yeah. I haven't seen that happen many times in my life, but it does happen. Yeah, sometimes a man and a woman fall in love and they will last till the last dying days. And but these days it's like, yeah, let's just pass the past or just fucking living in Babylon, Tower Babel times, when we all speak one language and whatever we set our mind to, nothing is impossible. So God is saying they are becoming like gods themselves. We must stop this internet. I said that years ago. I said I'll never get on the fucking internet, you know, back in 2005, 6. And what happened? I got sucked into the system and where I am living in hell. Just hell. Anyway, Russell Morris sang a real hippie song. It went viral back in 1969. Back when the Beatles was banned in Australia on the radio. Like 1969, all Beatles songs were banned. It was weird. 1970, the ban was lifted. It was weird. What a weird fucking country we had. Anyway, you know, also it's a weird country because if you don't vote, you get fined and put in jail if you refuse to pay the fine. Anyway, I'm into music tonight, I guess. Kate Bush, Wuthering Heights. Fuck, she was great in the time. Oh, God, everyone loved Kate Bush. And Wings and Eagle, what a great song. I just love it. Brian Cadd was good, Ginger Man, you know. Will that get you fucking... I don't know. I don't know what gets you fucking copy cunted these days. I
I know this song does it. I play this often, sorry. Just to piss off the clovers. All the clovers. Beautiful.
Emptiness with verbalized imagining built on pillars hanging from the hanging sapphire
What a beautiful book.
expansion strong like molten looking glass stretched out like a tent for us to dwell in. It's geocentric, geocentric. This realm we are all wandering in. It's geocentric, geocentric, and we are at the center of it all. Compassed with limits and waters knowing their bounds. Dry land take shape like clay beneath the seal. Whoa, electric luminous unordained circuits. It's geocentric, geocentric. This realm we are all wandering in. It's geocentric, geocentric, and we are at the center of it all. Looking to the heavens, we stand with no excuses. A footstool immovable to the throne from which you rule. It's geocentric, geocentric. This realm we are all wandering in. It's geocentric, it's geocentric, and we are at the center of it all.
But I remember, I had a good mate in town, and on Facebook one day I said a comment on his site. I said, yep, the universe revolves around Earth. We're at the centre of it all. Earth is unmovable. Yep, I was white forever. I was no longer his friend. Just because I said that. And that was before I even knew about the flat earth theory. That was like years back when Facebook first started and shit. And I come up with a theory that everything actually revolves around Earth and we are at the center of the universe. And it's bullshit that we're on this outer fucking bullshit fucking galaxy and just on an outskirt thing, you know. Nah. But nah. The universe revolves around us, you know. And when you put God in the center of your life, you realize that's true because the earth is unmovable. And they've been bullshitting to us for so many years. Cunts. Anyway, I'm on my last beer, so I'll probably only go another 10 minutes or so. What fantastic and amazing, incredible music should I play? I don't know. Some Aussie music. I'll stick to the Aussie stuff, you know. I just love Casey Chambers. She was great. What a beautiful voice. I've got a niece, her, you know, my oldest brother, he's a muso, and oh God, his daughter just sounds most beautiful voice, very country. And Casey's Chambers was like, but there's a fantastic movie made a few years back called The Loved Ones. Anyway, I know I don't get copyright to play a certain clip, but see how I can play the song. The Loved Ones. Great Aussie movie. Brilliant. And the soundtrack just fucking sets it. Makes the perfect Aussie horror gore film. Yeah, here we go. Anyway, I think this is a beautiful song. The clip to it's not so beautiful, but 16 years ago, is it that old? Wow, time is fucking flying. Yeah. Which one? The 318 one? No, that's on Vivo. What? Yeah, this one.
Am I too outspoken? Don't I make you laugh? Should I try it harder? Why do you see right through me?
Beautiful song.
I live, I breathe, I let it rain on me. I sleep, I wait, I try hard not to break. I crave, I love, I've waited long enough. I try as hard as I can. Am I not pretty enough? Is my heart too broken? Do I cry too much? Am I too outspoken? Don't I make you laugh? Should I try it harder? Why do you see right through me? I laugh, I feel, I make believe it's real. I fall, I freeze, I pray down on my knees. I hold, I stand, I take not pretty enough? Is my heart too broken? Do I cry too much? Am I too outspoken? Don't I make you laugh? Should I try it harder? Why do you see right through me? Why do you see? Why do you see? Why do you see right through me? Why do you see? Why do you see? Why do you see right through me? Why do you see? Why do you see? Why do you see right through me? Why do you see? Why do you see? Why do you see right through me?
Very beautiful movie. There's a lovely scene with a drill where the poor dude's getting this drilled in his fucking head. And anyway, has a happy ending. You know, he does survive amazingly. But yeah, fuck, that film was intense. But the soundtrack was just crazy. It just suited it so well. God, us Aussies make some great fucking horror films. But yeah, The Loved Ones, brilliant fucking movie. Highly suggest watching it. There's a few like that. What's another good one? Storm Warning. Yeah, no one knows about that film. Oh wow. It's got Rottweilers in it. Some people go up a fucking creek on Mornington Peninsula and near Melbourne, and they end up at the wrong house during a storm. And yeah, these people are very nasty. They don't treat them very well. And there's a scene with a jar. Like, the jar scene is just fucking fantastic. And the Rottweilers end up being the good guys towards the end, in a way. Storm Warning, that's another one you got to watch. But I just love that film because of the soundtrack. It was brilliant. And, Casey Chambers, oh God, she's got a beautiful voice. You will get copyrighted, but for some reason that video has never got me copyrighted. I've got the movie here somewhere. But God, the chick in it though, she's such a good actress. Yeah. Anyway, here's Vanessa Valentine from Melbourne, St Kilda. She's just up the road from where Sean was.
I wanna walk outside past 9. I wanna play live music and feel alive, but your silence is deafening. Their presence is threatening. So say something. Say something. People call me brave for speaking out and speaking up. It's not that I am brave, it's just that I don't give a fuck. Why should I care about the things that I say? I won't stay silent, I won't be quiet. And why should I care about the things that I say? I was never cool enough to get any real airplay anyway. They wanna walk outside past 9. They wanna play live music and feel alive, but your silence is deafening, and their presence is threatening. So say something. Say something. And I'm not scared of losing fake friends online, but I'm fucking terrified of sitting back and watching my real friends die. They wanna walk outside past 9.
They want to play live music and feel alive. So smile for the cameras, cause everybody's watching. In Melbourne, you're a big shot, and everybody's laughing. Now everybody knows your name, and everybody knows your name. But your silence is deafening, and their presence is threatening. So say something, say something, say something, say something. Your silence is deafening.
I've been so busy. Did you know that since I became Prime Minister, household costs have risen by about 15%? And the best way to tackle this cost of living crisis is to take my freeloading rent-a-girlfriend on a taxpayer-funded holiday to New Zealand. Oh, I hope you wipe the boogies off your face, you filthy old prick. Oh, give us a sniff of your undies, Chris. Oh, love your jandals. Hey, bro? And this young lady's thinking, geez, how in the hell did this dickhead ever get elected as Prime Minister? You know, it wouldn't be a taxpayer-funded holiday if I didn't bring my freeloading rent-a-girlfriend along for the free ride. Oh, gee, what's this crap? Oh, they got fake Aborigines over here too. Wipe your mouth, love. Oh, it looks like your kids have drawn on your mouth. And I really enjoyed my visit to where the Lord of the Rings was filmed. You know, Frodo and me have so much in common. We both love rings. Although mine's a little bit more bruised than his, my precious.
You are indeed special and great friends. And in fact, you are not just friends, you are whānau, you are family.
Oh, that's nice, Chris. But Jody and I just came here for the free food. Oh, look, Chris, I'm the man to teach you all about selling your country out to China and putting the problems in Palestine ahead of the problems in your own country. What do you mean only poofters have the bottom button done up? I'm still learning how to dress myself. Hey, Chris, did you know that we have Aussies living under bridges back home?
Let's talk about housing, Prime Minister.
You know what, Chris? The Australian people just love paying for Jodie's free holidays. Jodie's a coastie. She's a proud coastie. Oh, you know, honouring these Anzacs makes me wish I brought the Aborigine flag. You know, this is just a waste of time for me, and I just go through the motions and make sure I get some nice propaganda photos for my social media accounts. You know, I just want to get home and focus on my priorities, like recognising Hamas as the new government in Palestine, because they're more important than those hard-working, starving Australians that can't pay their gas bill. I wonder what the poor people are doing, Chris.
Eating fish and chops, Ilbo.
Bruce Springsteen! Bruce Springsteen!
Oh, where the fuck's the cup holder?
Well,
Peter Dutton!
Well, some of that was funny. Yeah, New Zealand, eh? New Zealand music. They've had a lot of talent come out of New Zealand over the years, eh? Like, yeah, oh God, the 80s, they were really booming, you know. It's just as many good Kiwi bands as Aussie bands, you know. And it's just, I don't know. Live music is dead. You know, a lot of live places in Melbourne don't exist, and it's hard to find a place to play a gig. And yeah, hang around musos most of my life, and went to all the gigs when they were playing, and my brother's a muso, and yeah, it's totally changed now. It's just like, no, you only got to listen to the bands that we say make it. You know? We don't want any fucking creative bands out there. We want bands that sound like fucking Swifty and shit. And anyway, what was that cool song back in the 80s? One Hit Wonder. Chris Knox, that's right. I mean, it was the only song I've known him to ever do. It was pretty cool. It was just so raw, you know. I like music that's just like not polished, you know. Yeah, it is. Oh, it comes up straight away. Oh, amazing. Maybe if I don't show a clip to it, yeah, it might. Yeah, I'll just show without a music clip. That might. But I used to love just really acoustic stuff, you know, like I find a lot of acoustic bands. But this guy did this song in his garage, you know, it became a #1 hit. And yeah, I thought it was great. And yeah, there's a lot of good bands that never went anywhere, but yeah, they had some great natural sounding songs like this one.
Hello, my friend. It's morning, time to wake now. Your body and mind entwined will have to break now. But I want your flesh, your warmth to stay beside me. Oh, how I wish you could be deep inside me. Show me your eyes, your love, most tender feelings, and I'll give you mine. Be truthful in revealing, 'cause it's you that I love, and it's true that I love. It's love not given lightly, but I knew this was love, and it's you that I love, and it's more than what it might be. When we're alone, I cannot always face you. Maybe my mood won't let these arms embrace you. That doesn't mean my love somehow diminished. Give me the time to show our love's unfinished. 'Cause it's you that I love, and it's true that I love, and it's love not given lightly. But I knew this was love, and it's you that I love, and it's more than what it might be. I need your body, your mind, and your emotions. Shed me your tears till I drown in your oceans. 'Cause it's you that I love, and it's true that I love. It's love
it's funny in a way because when you listen to the words, it's actually a narcissist psychopath. Yeah, what he's saying is very creepy. He wants to own all her emotions. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Given lightly, but I knew this was love, and it's you that I love, and it's more than what it might be. And every word I sing is true. What can I say? The words destroy our meaning. It's only cliche to get across this feeling that it's you that I love, and it's true that I love, and it's love not given lightly. But I knew this was love, and it's you that I love, and it's more than what it might be. Every word I sing for you, 'cause it's you that I love, and it's true that I love, and it's love not given lightly. But I knew this was love, and it's you that I love, and it's more than what it might be. This is a love song to John and Pisha's mother. This isn't easy, I might not write another. But it's you that I love, and it's true that I love, and it's more than what it might be. And I knew this was a love, and it's you that I love, and it's love not given lightly. 'Cause it's you that I love, and it's true that I love, and it's love not given lightly. But I knew this was a love, and it's you that I love, and it's more than what it might be. And it's you that I love, and it's true that I love, and it's love not given lightly. But I knew this was a love, and it's you that I love, and it's more than what it might be. Yes, it's you that I love, and it's true that I love, and it's love not given lightly. But I knew this was a love, and it's you that I love, and it's more than what it might be. And it's you that I love, and it's true that I love, and it's love not given lightly. But I knew this was a love, and it's you that I love, and it's more than what it might be. 'Cause it's you that I love.
Yeah, so there's that good old Kiwi song from the 80s. I always had it on cassette. Anyway. No, the Kiwis were doing a lot of good stuff back in the 80s and 90s, and everyone just changed during the 2000s. There was hardly any good Aussie bands, you know. There was this Perth band, what are they called? Oh, they're great. Excellent band. Fuck. What are they called? There's not many good Perth bands, but they were great. They had a real good 90s sound to them. Oh, fucking. Oh, no, I'm going to have to look up Wikipedia. Perth band. Fucking hell, my memory. Oh, it's the gummy bear, I think. Not a gummy bear, it's a gummy. Empire, Children of the what was it? Perth band. They surprised me. Oh, you fuckers. Empires. think I found them. Was that the name of the band? Yeah. Yeah, they were great. Yeah, here we go. Okay, found the band. Yep. I was right. I don't know how I remembered it because my brain just went totally blank. All you fuckers. You fucking. All these ads just went mental because I. Anyway. They were pretty good. I'm in Aussie, Kiwi bands tonight. Yeah. They were sort of like a homage band, to the sci-fi 70s in a way. They surprised me. I think they were. What's wrong with YouTube? It's just went retarded. It won't find anything. You stupid. And now it's come up with some weird fucking. Oh, you cunts. Right, now it's getting normal. But it opened up with this weird. Everything's changing. There's God, yeah, I might get away with it if I don't show a clip from it. What was one of the famous songs? We Are the People. That was a great one. Oh, here we go. Here's one more out of clip, I think. Seven clouds. Yeah, here's another one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've got a clip which won't get me copyright, I don't think. Look at this album. What a great album.
We can remember swimming in December, heading for the city lights. 975, we sharing each other, nearer than farther. Scent of the lemon drips from your eyes. We are the people that rule the world, buzzing in every boy and girl, all rejoicing in the world taking out. We can try, we live in adventure, love in summer, following the sun till night, reminiscing of the times of life. For each every other, the feeling is stronger. Shock at 11, got lost in your eyes. I can't do well when I can't keep on leaving, but I know I tried. Are you gonna leave me now? Can't you be the leader now? I can't do well when I think you're gonna leave me, but I know I tried. Are you gonna leave me now? Can't you be the leader now? Can you remember human life? It was so where we'd energize, lie in the sand and visualize like it's 75 again.
anyway, good song. Yeah, we'll just stop it there in case I get copy cunted. Hey, I used to know this guy Patrick Roberts. Let's see what he's been up to lately. He's street preaching lately. He's oh my God. I'm glad I'm not as bad as some other people I know on internet. I think God, I'm fucked, but then I see other people and I go, no, I'm not actually that fucked after all. I'm actually really good compared to certain others I know on the internet. Where is it? That's got to be here somewhere. Here we go. Right, I only showed, I'll show it on my last stream, but my second last stream. But anyway, my good mate Patrick Roberts, our new timeline, who fucking totally attacked me one time on his stream, and everyone was going, oh yeah, he's just trolling here and trying to get you taken down. And I was talking about a movie I saw called The Mole People, and Glenn from Boston told me to watch it, and then all I did was talk about the mole people, how when I was playing the movie, the stream got taken down, and then because I said my stream got taken down, they're going, oh, Ken's trying to get you blocked. So what? How does that go from A to B? What the fuck? Anyway, there's Patrick lately. He's working in a bar a while back, but now he's got a new hobby. There's Patrick. Yep, he's doing totally good now. He's preaching on the streets, right? But no one's there except cars. Cars go past. They can't hear what he's saying, but he's preaching it. God bless you, Patrick. Mm-hmm. Wow. Those cars can really hear what he's saying. Like, there's no people there. Like, if you're going to street preach, go to the CDB, the CB, or whatever I can call it, the city. Anyway, he's on a street where no people are. He's street preaching and to cars. Like, Patrick, what the fuck is... Like, last I saw him, he was doing bartendering and he got beaten up really bad. Some guy told him to come outside and he said, oh, okay. And he got beaten up and I forgot what it was about. I don't know if Patrick was talking conspiracy theories to the customers, but anyway, it was very sad. Yeah, Patrick a while back was saying anyone who doesn't believe in the rapture is going to hell. What? The word rapture is not even in the Bible, so well, we don't. Us Christians that don't believe in the rapture, we're all going to go to hell. That's as bad as Mag Bitters, who says anyone who gets cremated is going to burn in hell. They should be buried. And I said to Mags, what about all the people who've died in burning buildings and forest fires? Are they going to go to hell? And all these other people go, good point, kid. Well, he never got back to me with that one. Anyway, Mags. So the mates. He's funny. But yeah, that's someone I know going, I think he's sort of lost the plot, but what was the video I did before this one anyway? I don't mean to put shit on the guy, but oh well. Yeah. He's done a video 4 days ago. Oh well. He's been a little bit consistent. Wow. He's crying in this one. Okay, let's play. So Patrick really attacked me once, and I'm not doing this for revenge. I just want to see what he's been up to lately.
Hey everybody.
Hi Pat, how you been?
Sorry, I just got up. I had to do a quick video.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Waiting.
I know that you guys can see this evil everywhere.
God.
I'm sorry. I'm not crying because of all the evilness and shit. In a way I am. I'm crying because I know there's not enough people saved at this point.
Look, Pat, don't worry about it. Nothing you can do about it. It's in God's hands. Leave it all in God's hands. Just stop stressing about it. Fuck. I mean, in the end, that's all you can do. You can't fucking save the world from these Zionist, evil, genocidal maniacs, but yeah, there's evil in the world. We live in a world. It's shit's bad, but there's some good here. Look at the birds of the air. Look at the raccoons and the squirrels. You got so much to enjoy there in America. I don't know where you are, but I go for walks with my dog and I go, God, life's beautiful, even though all this horror is happening in the world. And the animals and nature just makes you feel so much better. But anyway, Patrick's he's been a Christian, a sort of part of his life, but he's a newcomer to sort of born again Christianity, and he was almost going to join up with the Mormons like 2 years ago. That was funny. Oh fuck. I couldn't, there wasn't enough I could tell him, but anyway, other people warned him, he didn't listen to me, but
the ultimate goal is to get everybody saved, but we know that's not going to happen. But we need to try to get everybody saved, and you guys, I know you can see this at this point. Please, I'm begging you to repent. Find the Lord Jesus Christ. Repent to him. Know that he is God. You guys don't know how.
Look, this is too hard to watch. It's been mean, really, showing this. He's having a breakdown, obviously, and I'm feeling really fucking sorry for him. Fuck. It's not entertainment watching someone break down like this. Sorry. No, I feel bad. He's obviously not in a good place. He needs some proper grounded, based Christians. Obviously he's hanging around some And the tickle ones, and it's not doing him any good. Fuck. Anyway, I remember Sean telling me that he believed in God. He started to believe that God existed in the end. And I've forgotten whether it's on Facebook or was that? It was only like a few weeks back. I was still messaging him. He wouldn't answer the phone. Vale rang me today, and he tried for 6 months to. He used to go to see Sean all the time, every week, and suddenly Sean didn't want to see anyone, and I don't blame him. When you're sick, you don't want to see anyone. And yeah, we're both fucking devastated. Us three amigos, God. We went through a lot of shit. A lot of stuff. A lot of history there. And I'm so troubled dealing with it. And all this shit's happened recently. It's just one thing after another. It all started when my horse died, I guess. But yeah, I've lost a lot of friends the last 2 years. Very close friends. That's what happens when you get older, and you gotta start. I've got to get some funeral insurance happening. No one paying for my fucking funeral. I want a cheap as ass one. Yeah. Once you're dead, doesn't matter what, the body's just a shell in the end. And but I'm prepared. I just don't want to die before my Bruno. I've got to look after him. My Bruno boy, he's been so tired lately. I'm so worried about him. He's sleeping a lot, mate. He sleeps in. I can see him. Yeah, he sleeps in like 2-3 hours after I get up sometimes. That's a worry. There he is. Look at my boy. My boys. Oh, my buddy. I love you so much, eh? Your best friend in the world. Life's getting harder and harder as we get out of it. When I take you for a walk, we're at the same pace, mate. There's no hurry. We go to shops, no hurry. Take your time, Bruno. Sniff every post and tree we come across. Hey, beautiful. I love my Bruno. I love all my dogs I've had. And I can't wait to see me dogs. All my friends. It's like, yeah. Death, I'm not that scared. I just don't want to. I keep feeling I've still got a couple more things to do, Can't go yet. Gotta keep going, fuck it. Every decade it's like, I feel like Doctor Who, all these people and they're all dead because you're a Time Lord. And, it's been a bad couple of years. Not good. I don't know. Oh, Jackie McCarran's streaming. She's always streaming, never anything on there. I don't know what her story is, but 007's still streaming. I don't know, I got unlimited. I just finished my last beer, so I'm probably going to start having some munchies. I'm on a sorry. I'm only working on a lung and a half lately. Yeah, apparently left lung's pretty fucked. It's only working 3/4 capacity. Anyway, Owen Jones. Who's Owen Jones? I've watched him before. He's English, I think. But anyway, just
Speaker is one of very journalists in the mainstream media who has consistently called
that's
Israel's
right.
genocide what it is and has from the very beginning called out our government's complicity in it. The 22 months he's been reporting on it, please give a very warm welcome to Owen Jones.
Friends, a reckoning is coming. No genocide was so documented as it happened. No genocide was so confessed to as it happened. Israeli leaders told the world that they saw the Palestinian people as the enemy, as human animals. They told the world they'd wipe Gaza from the face of the earth and build what they called a city of tents. They told the world they would cut off the essentials of life. All of this was confessed to from day one. Normally, when a state commits a terrible crime, they go to great lengths to cover it up, and yet in this case, the opposite happened. And we may ask ourselves, why? Why self-incriminate yourself so openly, so flagrantly? And the answer is simple, because Israeli leaders knew from the beginning they had total impunity granted to them by our political elites and my colleagues in the Western media who facilitated this genocide from day one. Israeli leaders knew that they could exterminate and obliterate with abandon. They knew they could destroy hospitals, schools, they could murder frightened children, and they could bury screaming babies in rubble. They could torture, they could rape, and they could starve an entire people and get away with it, and my goodness, were they correct. Now, after 21 months of daily genocidal depravity, as images of emaciated Palestinians become impossible to suppress, a pandemic of hand-wringing has broken out amongst my colleagues in the Western media and in the corridors of power. But it is not driven by any desire to save the Palestinian people from the apocalyptic ruin imposed upon them by the West. It is driven by a desperation to save reputations and indeed to preserve the freedom of the politicians who armed and facilitated this genocide, because mark my words, one day they will be hauled before the courts, and one day they will be sent to prison for war crimes and complicity in genocide. A reckoning is coming. A reckoning.
I think it is. I think people are seeing too much now. Thank God for the internet in a way. Otherwise, this would have been unseen. But anyway, I finished drinking. This is an Australian, what we call icy poles in Victoria. I think you call them icy sticks in Queensland, but yeah, it's a pretty good ice cream. I've eaten the wrong way, right? Oh, God. Anyway, there it is. It's called a Buffalo Bill. Here it is. You know, he's got. God, they didn't get the nose right. You know, the mouth's way too high. It's still be lower. And it's the wrong way around. That's weird. Normally he's smiling and what the hell? You know, I take his nose out, but yeah, this one's totally messed up. It's meant to have a smile under the nose and I know. But it is a good munchie. Buffalo Bill. Famous Australian ice cream. And there you have it. It's munchie time. Once I have this, I'm going to zonk out. You know, sugar hit will get to me and I'm just going to zonk out watching some show on Netflix, I guess, or YouTube, a movie from the 60s, or... Anyway, let's hear some more yelling.
Is coming. In October 2023, I wrote a column with these following words. I wrote, as the calamity of Israel's onslaught against Gaza becomes apparent, those who cheered it on will panic about reputational damage and plead their earlier ignorance. Do not let them get away with it this time. And friends, we're not going to let them get away with it because a reckoning is coming. A reckoning is coming. And yesterday, Today, the architects of genocide have turned the world on its head. They have built a world where 83-year-old retired vicars called Sue are considered by the law dangerous terrorists who are a menace to the society because they oppose extermination of children, whilst at the same time, politicians who armed the mass extermination of tens of thousands of civilians are treated as respectable statesmen. But friends, you can only turn reality on its head for so long. And those who are opponents of genocide, who end up being jailed, they will know as they stare at their prison ceilings, they will have the comfort of knowing that they stood against a genocide, whilst those in the future, because the tables will be turned. One day, we will have a government that doesn't need to draw up new laws to prescribe people who oppose genocide. They will simply enforce the existing law, the Genocide Convention of 1948, which criminalizes complicity in genocide and imposes a legal obligation on a government to prevent genocide. And friends, they will be dragged away and they will be hauled before the courts. And when they are staring at prison ceilings, they will have no such comfort. All they will have is the screams of Palestinian children to torture them for the rest of their lives. Friends, accountability is coming. Justice will come. Time is running out for the complicit. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. They will go to prison. We will get justice. Keep fighting.
Yeah, anyway, he's what it is. Yeah, no, it's fucked. We're seeing the worst fucking genocide in, my life. And a lot of people aren't even blinking. Worrying about what's going on in their part of the world. And, well, what can we do? Nothing, actually. Absolutely nothing. Isaac Butterfield, oh God, he's in here. What happened to Channel 4 News? They wasn't just the news I watch. It's so fucking weird. You pricks. Yeah. That's weird. I just got suggested all these things I want to watch, and they just went away and went to all this other stuff. That, oh my God. You fuckers. Roger Waters. What? A new song he just brought out. It just turned up and then it vanished. Fucking can't really. Yeah. Roger Waters. New song. 2025. That's all I could see for a sweet second. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Here we go. Right, take it away. I don't think you'll copyright me.
There is a word in Arabic, sumud. It means steadfast perseverance, particularly in resistance to the occupation of your homeland. I just want that thing. When voices join in harmony, and in that fleeting moment, when meaning coalesces there, all dark dissolving, clouds the alleyways no more. And fresh bread scent of home pervades the air. No sandal soles in dust of broken homes peep bloody from the garment hem. And all the big parades and shock and awe and swagger on the carrier deck, and medals jangle helpless in the face of what is fair. Give me an oh yeah, yeah. Give me an oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Give me an oh yeah. Join us in harmony. I remember you well, where you stood, where you fell. You were brutally slain, but your spirits remain. Rachel Corrie and Shireen Abu Akleh. Mariella Franco, Sophie Skoll, Anne Frank, Iman Al-Hams. Many sisters from many lands. Oh, my sisters, help me to open their eyes. From up in the penthouse, we must all look like ants to them. Wake up, motherfuckers, we are women and men. Well up, unashamed, my bleeding heart. Give me an oh yeah. Give me an oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Give me an oh yeah. Join us. Join us. Join us in harmony. And then across the great divide come men and women unafraid to dash in lost their bracelets at the wall. When voices join in harmony and we turn the final page, when man evolves beyond the crass and reason comes of age, and dogma and witchcraft and cant and propaganda and palantir, Lockheed, Grumman and Chevron and Exxon and Pfizer and the oligarchs and miners say, we're sorry that we done it, mummy. We only done it for the fucking money. Oh yeah! Just for the money. Oh yeah! Just for the cash. When voices join in harmony, we will make a joyful sound. We will follow our own moral compass. We won't let their sleight of hand trump us. We will find 10,000 new voices in every crowd. And when all those new voices join us in harmony, standing shoulder to shoulder, from the river to the sea, people from every nation will hear that joyful sound. Ordinary people, just standing their ground. And together, these ordinary people, together, they will turn this ship around. Oh yeah. Together. Oh yeah. Together we will turn this ship around.
Yeah, so there's that. Well, don't know if it's his best song, but anyway, I'm just having a Buffalo Bill bubblegum lolly. It's his nose, and I actually went out and ripped off another nose off me icy pole in the freezer there. It was nice. It was raspberry, that one. The other one's banana. Anyway, what's the time? Yeah, I've got unlimited time this month because I actually paid for StreamYard for another month. 10:46. Yeah, I've got to get up at 7:30ish. What else is there that's happened in the world? Not much. The powers that be. The powers that be. We don't actually see what they're doing. They're in a big club, I'm not involved, and blah, 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 and every president that gets elected or leader, they think they can make a difference, and they don't fucking make a difference. They realise, oh, fuck, it's not what we thought. Anyway, here's me mate over in West Australia. Let's have a look. Just quickly, LC.
It's a joke. And people ask me, why does she talk like that? And I'm like, I don't know why she talks like that.
Yeah, I don't get this.
You fucking American 7 years ago. I don't know. Why?
I don't know, but she's crazy. And do you know what? She's worked Daniel out. She's the Tim Tam girl. What do you...
Oh, God. Hi, Javim. G'day. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm a bit out of sorts this week. It's been a very bad, depressing week, and my stepdaughter and her grandchildren left and she went back to her hubby to give him a second chance and back to Melbourne. So that was very sad. And my best friend Sean, like one of my bestest friends, known him since the early 80s. He died a week ago. My horse died a month or so ago. And it's just never ending. And my health's not looking good, so anyway, mustn't grow. I'm just going to keep going on until I can go on. What? No, I didn't hear about that. Wow, that's sick. 14 years old. Get fucked. Oh, Trump wants the legal marriage age. He's 14. Yeah, he never went to Epstein Island, though. God. Like, what a... those files won't be released. I don't know why. Can't figure out why those files can't be released. It's like there's 28 politicians and celebrities here that have been done for the PDF file thing, and yeah, their files can't be released for 90 years. Why? What the fuck? What's this can't be released shit for fucking 80, 90 years bullshit? I don't get it. Let's see what Jackie's doing. She got banned on Sandy Diva, so it's just not much at all. That's Sandy's stream. It's been going 2 hours. There's never anything here. I don't get it. She wants people to PayPal her. But she's got no content. What the hell? She's from Sydney. I don't know what the problem is, but anyway. I was showing Martin Bryant stuff, that's right. Yeah, that was the main thing tonight. It's my friend who died put me onto that stuff. Yeah. Hey, been, Joe? Oh, what's that showing up for? Fuck off. Oh, God. Sick, I'm not even sub to the fucking... No, I never do. I've never sent anyone money. I accept people I know, you know, like, yeah, when Sean was homeless in America years back, I sent him some money to help him get by. But, yeah, I never donate to any channel, ever. It's like, I don't do that, you know. I would, yeah, Ref Bone's got some good stuff, this guy. I don't get it. Start to rain. Wow. Amazing. Anyway. Yeah, it's been a pretty bad couple of weeks. Been sick for fucking a month. God, that wasn't fun. Oh, yeah, I should have some cough medicine. Does actually help. This one, Chesty Mucus Relief Forte, Bomb Hexane Hydrochloride. Hydrochloride's good, yeah. Anyway, peach and vanilla flavour, yeah, it tastes pretty good. Bottoms up. Out of alcohol. Yeah, anyway, I'm tired, so I had some gummies before. Helps you sleep. And yeah, that's it. Not one of my best friends passed. God, I've got a lot of people to see when I get to heaven. Annie's up there. Annie will be hanging out with Bruno. I mean, with Sean and Sasha and Ivy and Paddy, Sean's dog Paddy, who burnt to death in a fire. My first Rottweiler, my first dog, Floyd. Sean gave me Floyd because his missus didn't want to clean up dog shit anymore after a couple of years. Yeah, and, you know, this puppy was brought up with two little babies. He's the most gentlest dog I've ever had. Floyd was a legend. Just a fucking legend. Every animal adored him, like cows, horses, didn't matter what animal. An elephant come up to him and I don't know, there's something about him. Every animal loved him. Birds, ducklings, you know, possums. Even the rats, you know, had two pet rats with Floyd. And he didn't mind them at all. He's very protective. If he saw dogs trying to, you know, he saw two dogs trying to kill a cat one night, yeah, he stood between the cat and this dog in an alley and they backed off and he saved that cat's life. I mean, what a legend. What a spiritual dog. All because of Sean giving me the best dog a person could have ever had, and I had got a few of the offsprings that a couple of them got shot by cops and stuff, and yeah, I haven't had much time to, so much trauma. God, cops kill me dogs and falsely accused because of I'm trying to expose a cult, and cops putting guns to me dogs' heads in the past. Yeah, hasn't been fun. People say I'm a simp to cops. Not all cops are bad kids, I keep saying. Anyway. Yeah. I think it's time to go. I ended my first stream because Glenn wanted to come on and then he fell asleep within 10 minutes. So, I thought some other people might come on, but my first stream I wanted people to come on who knew my best friend Sean. There's a lot out there. Anyway. What is Vale, and still got Vicky, and I still got all my other female mates that they're all still going strong. All my male mates are almost, all of them are dead, almost. Most of my female mates are still alive. Older than me. Some are younger, but they're all going to outlive us males. I don't know what that is. But so be it. I heard some sort of chimes outside. Sure I did. And I didn't hear it. I heard chimes. Anyway. What'll I end it on? Positive notes, I guess. I could end it on something really fucking dark and horrific and horrifying, but nah. It's getting harder. It's getting hot down here. Oh, God, I can't wait for summer. We've only got a short time before spring, so thank fuck. We've had a few nice spring days, actually, so can't totally complain about the weather. It's always created. But I'm just trying to find something that's a little bit light and maybe I should even fuck them. Anyway, I don't know when I'll be back again because I'm just not sure about stuff. I'm just seeing what YouTube's sending me, and I keep getting Puck Elf suggestions. I might even sub to the fucking maggot. What the fuck's with that? Cunts. Yeah. Sorry. I'm just drifting away. Sinead O'Connor, she's dead now, isn't she? Yeah, she was always fighting for Palestine for years. I think since the 80s, late 80s, I remember her protesting about it. Yeah. She was way ahead of her time. Total respect to Sinead O'Connor. She knew what they were up to. A lot of people do, but anyway, this is real, Carvin. And what's real? What? Okay.
These women aren't friends out for a run. They're actually undercover police officers taking to the streets in Surrey as part of a new operation trying to stop people catcalling and harassing female runners.
The staring, the hanging out the window just to look at us, and it's so prevalent.
And police teams are ready to intervene the moment the officers are beeped at, followed, or shouted at.
Hey, you, Smokey!
Those kind of behaviours may not be criminal offences in themselves, but they still need to be addressed.
They've got to be addressed.
Are likely to commit those kind of behaviours. You know, they may then go on to commit more serious offences or more serious behaviours.
Absolutely. Last few times I went out jogging, I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I'm sick of chicks whistling at me.
Tired of it.
Yeah.
No, I'm only joking. I don't jog. I think it's one of the most evil inventions there is. Jogging.
Oh, it's fuck.
It was never meant to be a thing. Yeah, jogging, running, all that malarkey. Forget it. It does your knees. Oh, I can hear you now. The proper joggers. No, there's nothing like it. Well, imagine being one of them then. Imagine being one of them. Charlie uniform, November Tango. We've got a beeper.
We got somebody whistled at us.
It's good. It's good. Sting operations, because of course,
get about the right gates.
People that could go on to commit further crime. Is that pre-crime? Yeah. Crime. They don't necessarily committed any crimes, but they could. And that's why we're catching them. That's why we're stinging them. We are on hand as soon as it happens. Beep, beep. They're after. They've got you. We're hearing a lot about pre-crime, aren't we? And forms of it. I think we're probably going to hear a lot more. But in regards to this type of sting operation, what do you think, guys? Good use of resource, or just, bit of a waste of time? Ta-ta.
Ta-ta. Yeah, I think it's a waste of time. Totally. Just like machete bins in Melbourne. What the fuck? Yeah, they're going to have these bins in Melbourne set up where people can drop in their machete because they're now illegal. Right. Yeah, I'm sure all these African gangs are going to go, oh, I got to go hand in my machete at the rubbish bin, the machete bin. Yeah, that's just not going to happen. How fucking insane. Anyway. Obama's arrested. Oh my God, of course he is. Yeah, right.
All of the actions that came after.
And I would just add, there needs to be accountability for that weaponization, Phil, that we've seen.
Yeah,
and no one has been a victim of the weaponized government more than President Trump, not just because of this political scandal.
Yeah.
You all recall his house was raided. So I think, it's very disingenuous for people to say, how dare they speak of former President Obama about this based on evidence and based on intelligence, when the former president of the United States, Donald Trump's home was raided, when he was forced to sit in a Manhattan courtroom and many other courtrooms across the country for crimes he never committed, when he was impeached
Trump.
and indicted, and the entire country witnessed that. That's the weaponization of justice. Now the president is back because the American people see the truth. Nearly 80 million Americans reelected him back to this office, and he believes that we need to have justice and accountability. And I think the nearly 80 million
Show us
Americans
the
who
gold.
reelected him agree with that. Caitlin.
Show us a fucking golden Fort Knox.
Director Gabbard, just on this. Director Gabbard, you referenced the past intelligence reports and assessments on this, including that 2017 one that was signed off, as Ed noted, by every Republican on the Senate Intelligence Community, including the acting chair of the time, now Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who said in a statement that they did not find any evidence of Russian collusion, but they did find, however, is very troubling, and they found irrefutable evidence
Damn
of Russian
Ruskies.
One, are you saying that he's wrong in that statement that he made then? And secondly,
Bloody
what would you
Ruskies,
say to
Bruno.
people who believe that you're only releasing these documents
Been
now to
hustling
improve your
since the
standing as
Cold War.
president after he said that your intelligence assessments were wrong?
Well, first, I want to correct something that you stated, which was
Yes,
citing
Obama's not
the
going.
Senate intelligence.
Get fucked. As if he's going to jail. What a shit. Okay, let's watch another Cole video. He's persistent, consistent.
It must be.
Listen, how anybody is still using this type of delivery service is beyond me. Hey, look, I'm open to the idea that it's his dinner, yeah, and maybe he's just taking a couple of sneaky chips. He's hungry. But the only thing I would throw out there is moped with L plates. And also, if you have a very close look, there's a little sticker on the top of the packaging there, which these food delivery peeps, the fast food restaurants, typically, they'll put the sticker on to keep the food super safe. That's the idea, isn't it? Right? But you take enough chips, you've fed yourself for the day, haven't you? And this is just eating chips. Makes you kind of wonder how far this stuff could go. And if you think it's going to get sorted anytime soon, think again. Deliveroo. First migrant to be convicted of illegally working for Deliveroo since the Sun's probe has been fined just £26. They know that this is rife. They know the type of people that are going out and reportedly earning some serious cashish whilst being illegal. Shouldn't be working. Those things that they get, the 4 stars, the perks, it's not enough for so many. So, of course, this appears to be the next best thing. And you will be told, I'm sure, through media source that it's a crackdown. We're cracking down on it. Yeah. Severe punishment. £26. They'll just go do another delivery. Yeah. Oh, £26. Oh, yeah. I'll go do another delivery. And hey, maybe I'll have a little bit of burger with the chips. Oh, dear me. Ta-ta.
Yeah. Nah, fuck that. You're going to start sampling your food on the way to delivering it. Oh, God. That is fucked. Yeah. I should go. What is it? 11:10. Yeah, I'll go at 11:11. Sounds like a perfect time to leave. Yeah, so God bless you all. Hope you have a good week and what's left of it. And no, nothing's turned up that's interesting. It's fucked. Here's Ricky.
Are you under arrest?
Understand and have a shared undertaking to deal with within our society. And that is not just the laws on terrorism, the framework on terrorism, it's also the laws on what we can access online. We still have rules in place in this country about what you can see at a cinema. And yet online, you can access no end of material. We have to ensure that we can rise to this new challenge. And that is what I'm determined to do. Thank you all very much indeed. Thank you.
It's as shit as it ever was. You know, it's like riding a bike, a shit bike. It's like a shit person on a shit bike. You never forget how to do it. Fucking hell.
Guys, we seriously need to talk about what's happening in the UK right now. Because if this gets worse, I will be leaving this country. You see, today I woke up to a notification that one of my videos had been restricted because it violates local law. And let me really emphasize this. TikTok themselves don't have a problem with this video. In fact, it can still be watched by everyone else outside of the UK. Bro, and when your local law is more strict than the infamously sensitive TikTok guidelines, you know that something is cooked. Now, it was removed under the UK's new Online Safety Act, which I'm sure you guys have heard of by now. It's supposed to protect children from harmful content online, but we're less than 2 weeks in, and it's already taking down literal news reports. The news and flow of information has to be a protected space in every country. And by taking down my videos so that under 18s don't see them, that means everyone in the country over the age of 18 don't see it either. And again, I'll reiterate, this video wasn't even sensitive enough for TikTok to have a problem with it. This has to be called out now and as early as possible, because it starts with one video on TikTok, but before you know it, people in this country will have to be using VPNs to keep up to date with the news. Just let that sink in. And I'm 100% serious when I said, if this gets worse, I'm out.
It's a debate that is necessary this week because we know that next week the EU and this government are going to meet in London to discuss the next steps in our arrangements. And it is very important that this House receives some clarity before that agreement on what this government is fighting for, what it stands for, and what its red lines are. Because even at this late stage, this House is unaware of what its intentions are. And I don't know if you remember, Madam Deputy Speaker, there was it was a very good TV program in the 1980s called Quantum Leap. And in it, an American scientist, Dr. Samuel Butler, Beckett, I stand corrected and I apologize to the House. Dr. Samuel Beckett stepped into the Quantum Leap accelerator and vanished. And he awoke to find strange new forms that were not his own. And every time the Prime Minister speaks, I think, which body has he leapt into now? You know, is it the Prime Minister that spent his early life chastising all immigration law on the grounds that it was racist? Or the Prime Minister who has a newfound love of strict immigration rule? Is it the Prime Minister who promised to protect winter fuel payments? Or the Prime Minister who immediately cast them away? The Prime Minister who promised to protect farmers, but then immediately did the opposite? The Prime Minister who said he knew what a woman was, but then changed his mind? The Prime Minister who said he would not put taxes on working people, but then promptly did? The Prime Minister does not know what he stands for or which way he looks.
Do you believe humans are inherently simple beings that complicate things, or complicated beings that spend a lifetime trying to simplify? Which do you identify with? I think that's a good one. That's a good one. And in some ways it's both. But I'd say we're complicated beings who try to simplify things. We're 3.5 billion years of evolution. Right? That's come to this, the most intelligent being ever on planet Earth. And yet we still go, why are we here? Why are we here? And you want to go, it doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. You are. You've only got a few years. So stop worrying about shit. I think we do yeah, we do. We keep worrying about stuff. And we're just,
Connor.
as I said in Afterlife, we're chimps with brains the size of a planet. It's confusing. And life could be quite simple, I think. Just have fun and don't hurt anyone. That's the rule, isn't it? Easy. Easy. It's easy. Or don't hurt anything would be better, but yeah, I know that can be trickier.
I'll change the country for the better. And what do? You make promises you can't keep, and don't really intend to keep, and you don't do the change that's needed in the country. I feel very strongly, if you're not going to deliver, if you're not going to keep your promises, don't bullshit.
If you could resurrect one person, who would you choose? First thought was Churchill, because it would annoy a lot of people. But he'd probably annoy me as well. So, would that be worth it? I think he'd annoy her. I think lots of other people being annoyed would make it all right, but he wouldn't be my favourite. I've thought of this before. In the last few years of all the madness, politics and social justice and all that, and cancel culture and all that, I wished Christopher Hitchens was around, because he'd annoy all the right people and I'd agree with him. So yeah, Hitch.
14-year-old girl is assaulted by an Eritrean who'd arrived by boat 8 days before. So the answer is yes, I do understand the genuine upset and anger. And I'll bet you that most of the people outside that hotel in Epping weren't far right or far left or anything like that. They were just genuinely concerned family. Yes, we do think dynamic prison places overseas work, so we can send some of our worst violent criminals overseas to serve their terms, then yes. And if that means that Ian Huntley goes to El Salvador, well, our attitude is so be it.